Christ, that was loud.
What? Oh,
I think because it came through the mic. Yeah, the vibration on the mic. We talk about this all the time. It's like wasting time and money is totally fine as long as you've like done what you need to do with your time and your money before you start wasting it.
Yeah.
You get to define quality of life for yourself.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just have like ideas about this shit, and I try to like I forced these ideas like into my kids, and now they're like fucking the most Jewy kids in the world. Like
So it worked. They didn't rebel and be like, "Well, I'm just gonna be shitty with money."
No, they're crazy, dude. Like I went to Walmart with Miranda. I drove Miranda up to Denton a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, I know you probably need to go to the store. Let's go to the store." And so we go to the store, and she's like, and she goes to the veg. Oh, this is really funny. So she goes to the fruits and vegetable aisle, and this fucking black lady cuts us off and gives us like we're kind of meandering. She's looking for something specific, and this black lady like cuts us off, and she kind of gives us this look like, "What the fuck y'all doing?" Like
fucking crackers.
Yeah, what y'all doing meandering out here? She literally goes, grabs one watermelon, puts it in her cart.
The black lady does?
Yeah. Puts it in her cart. That's all she got. She got one watermelon.
After stank eyeing you.
After stank eyeing us, and went right to the checkout with that one watermelon. I looked at Miranda and I'm like, did that just happen? And she's like, Dad, don't. And I'm like,
No way that's real.
Yeah, there's no way that's real. So we got in the car, and I was like, goddamn other fruit eating motherfuckers getting up in my shit. But we went to Walmart, and we went to the fruits and vegetable aisle, and she got like she got a couple of peaches, and she got a couple of apples, and then she got like and then she's like, let's go over to the meat section. And she goes like right to this one area, and she buys this like huge thing of flank steak.
Okay.
And it was like 49 cents a pound or something like that. It was like the most ridiculously cheap steak in the world. And she bought like a bunch of it, and I'm like, why this? And she's like, it's the cheapest beef that you can get. She's like, it wasn't 49 cents a pound, but it was really cheap.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's the cheapest you can get. It's grass fed. She's like, I can make like beef stir fry for like a week with this.
Oh, yeah.
And so then we went over to the milk aisle. She got some milk, and then she wanted some butter and some cottage cheese. And I was like, okay, so how long do you think that this is going to last you? And she's like, this is probably like 2 to 3 weeks worth of food, which like kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
She bought like several pounds of beef. She bought a bunch of vegetables, a bunch of fruit and shit like that. I was like, okay, do you want any like snacks? She's like, no, this is all I want. We go to the fucking checkout. It was like $35.
Yeah. Well,
for like 2 or 3 weeks worth of food, right?
I spend $35 on 4 things at HEB every other day.
Bro.
Yeah.
We can't go to HEB without spending like $250.
It's insane. And of course it didn't used to be this expensive.
No. It was Biden's fault.
Yeah, obviously. Nothing's ever Trump's fault. Oh, I have a good thing that I kind of troll a friend of mine on our Discord server who just somehow always seems to be defending
with a Trump supporter.
Well, he's always just somehow always seems to be defending Trump in that kind of like autistic contrarian way.
Violence.
And so basically, I just said lately I've been saying, well, okay. We know it's true because Trump said it's true. Now we just have to go figure out how it's true.
Yeah.
So because that's what happens a lot is Trump will say something crazy, and then those types will go out and try and find, well, actually this and this and this and this. I'm like, it's like you have to do these mental gymnastics or whatever.
Yeah.
You do this entire routine to try and make what he said true. And of course, it's because the Democrats are always wrong, you know. So I mean, and now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, dude, we don't even need to go figure out how it's true. Trump's saying it, so it's true.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to argue with Jesus?
Right.
Yeah. He's literally, he is the retard Messiah.
Yeah.
He is like, he can't be wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's impossible.
Did you ever like Metallica?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you Master of Puppets, the song Leper Messiah?
Leper Messiah.
It reminds me like bow down to the retard Messiah. Yeah.
Donnie, why is Black Books racist?
Because
Black.
It's not. It's he's a not. It's because it's Nazi.
Who's a Nazi?
Graham Linehan, the guy who made it.
What's
He's
Black
gone.
Books?
He's gone
Like
even.
a Mighty Boosh type of funny British.
It's just
show.
it's a British sitcom about a guy who owns a bookstore.
Oh, you guys were talking
And
about
it's
Moran.
Dylan Moran. It's the guy from. That's why I posted he's the guy with the glasses from Shaun of the Dead. And it's,
Yeah.
fuck off, Four Eyes. Why don't you date her? You love her so much.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why he said that. You know.
Yeah.
But no, it's Graham Linehan. Graham Linehan has gone even further than J.K. Rowling with the anti-trans stuff.
I mean, honestly, I don't think J.K. Rowling really did anything all that wrong. But
The thing that she did wrong is she will not fucking shut up.
oh yeah.
And it's driven her insane.
Sure.
She's on Twitter fighting with people.
Is she still?
Every day, all day for what, 6 years now? I mean, it's been a while since she really came out against the trans
She's
stuff.
just kidding. It's JK.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Serious?
Graham Linehan it's even taken over his life more to the point where he's like, he's lost his family, like his wife left him, and he has no jobs anymore. And because he's the guy who did the IT Crowd.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
And he did Black Books and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, his I understand why it drives them so crazy, because it literally, I mean, when you really get down to it, it's
Crazy.
Orwellian. It's like it's very doublethink, like because the answer, like I've said to people before, I'm like, the perfect world for a transgender person, like the absolute perfect world where they get everything they want, is either number one, we scientifically find a way to change a person who has XY chromosomes into XX chromosomes, and we make them biologically female.
They had to exist first.
Right. Or number two, everyone on Earth completely overwrites their mind to where they like brainwashes themselves.
They're
to
trying to
where
retcon themselves into existence.
So that you see in your mind does not cognitively recognize any difference whatsoever between a biological woman and a trans woman or man, right?
Whatever.
Like
Yeah.
those are the only two perfect world solutions for a transgender person. And number one is not possible, right? We don't have the science to convert you, and so now we see what Chris was with double X, 2X chromosomes.
We don't have the science, and I have neither the time nor the inclination to consider any of it.
Yeah. So therefore, the only perfect world is for everyone to completely give in to where like you don't even think. Like you cognitively do not see a difference at all. If you're making out with a hot woman and she pulls her pants down and there's a dick, you see like your mind does not register any difference between that and if she had a vagina, right? I mean that's the perfect, and that really can drive people crazy. It's very, I mean I can see how you can just fight it, get like in like a 1984 style world, like where things just you have to completely like change your mind.
Right. We've always been at war with Eurasia. Yeah. I mean, I also see how it's. I mean, I lived how it's. Mind bending and insane. I also am just like, and what? Like, there's always been crazy people. There's always going to be crazy people. Like, there's always going to be people who try to make you, like, question what's true and, like, verifiably real.
Yeah.
Like, so fucking what? You're going to lose your mind over that? Like, I'm not losing my mind over it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's very much it's a rabbit hole. It's like a spiral you can get sucked into.
Yeah.
And especially whenever you're.
It's hard to avoid dad language. My dad was saying like, well, they're trying to make me say that it's good that they're trans, and I don't think anyone's trying to make anyone say anything is good.
Well, there was a lot of people on social media just nonstop at J.K. Rowling, just saying that's what happened with Gina Carano, the chick from the.
Well, look what happened there. She won.
Yeah.
Okay. Our sweet princess.
I mean, she started fighting with trans people because, she said a bunch of dumb shit to piss people off, but it was started by people bugging her about you have to. Why aren't you supporting trans? Why aren't you do this? Well,
she said a bunch of funny shit to make me laugh. I don't know. She was trying to piss people off.
Yeah.
She's just living her truth. You have to let women live their journey. You know,
I just
can't
also
silence her voice.
I just also don't understand anyone who spends that much time on social media doing like period, but
Yeah.
but like talking about fucking issues.
Yeah.
Like if you want to talk about an issue, go meet someone in real fucking life and sit with them and deal with like the consequences of having to say a hard thing directly to their face.
Yeah.
And then deal with the even harder thing, hearing them explain themselves and realizing that they might be like partially right, and then having to digest that and like do it in real time.
Yeah.
Like that's like how actual shit.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
but neither side on this in these cases are doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
and then also, I mean, you're not on social media. Were you ever at any point on social media? Did you ever have?
I
Facebook
have a
or-
Facebook account.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't spend just like when you were working at the job before in your downtime.
No.
You weren't ever on that. Because I was whenever I worked at the job before this, and then I stopped using Facebook for a long time. But I mean, I'm on Reddit all day.
No, I've
You know?
almost never looked at Reddit. Like
Okay,
almost
yeah.
never.
I mean, I'm constantly because my entire job is I surf the internet for a living.
Yeah.
Now I'm not supposed to be really looking at Reddit that much, but you know,
Yeah, what are
things
you gonna
happen,
do?
right?
Yeah.
You know, but you know, that's basically what I did. Is I guess when I was 14 or 15, when the internet first came out, and it was like AOL and all that kind of stuff. I thought it was the most amazing thing in my life, so I found a way to be on the internet for a living. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I mean, the internet is my entire career.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
Literally, my whole day is being on the internet, but it's like being on the internet in like a work way.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
guys help-
I'm on the internet in a work way a good percentage of the day.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Can you guys
also,
help me
I
with
just
my
switch over
laptop?
to other stuff for a little while. You know?
Can you guys help me with my laptop?
You have a laptop problem, Josh?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a pretty good chance that I could help you.
It's my work laptop, and it has too much dumb AI shit. Basically, that paper clip that comes up on Microsoft
Clippy?
Word,
Yeah.
that happens just all the time.
Don't
anytime
you have an
I try to
IT
do-
person?
He does. They don't do that. All their shit that they're adding is like mandatory updates that makes it suck.
Yeah, same with everybody.
Like, we
Mine's
have
sucking now too.
Account numbers, and if you hover over it, it says, "Do you want to call this phone number?" And just dumb AI shit like
Yeah,
that. that
but
I
your
wanna turn off.
your IT person should be able to tell you how to turn that off.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is, you know, it's not. I would say his IT people probably aren't as focused as my IT people.
Yeah, yeah.
The quality of of course, you know, everybody always has problems with their IT guys. Who's your IT? Do you have IT, or are you guys just are you all each your own IT guy?
I mean, I think we're.
I mean,
each are-
you're probably your own IT guy
Yeah,
at your position or whatever. but-
Yeah, you know, honestly, I would say like once a quarter, someone has a problem and they ask me what to do.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm like, you know, like when I went to Portland a couple months ago and this new lady started and she's like, "Are you the IT guy?" And I'm like, I want like, you know, something of engineering. And she's like, "Oh, well, I need to know how to like get on my computer." And I'm like, "Oh, you might be in the wrong position." And she got fired like 2 weeks later.
Really?
Yeah. Because I mean, dude, like we're, you know, it's a 26 person company.
Yeah.
Like you basically have to like know how to do the job
Yeah.
when you
I just
start.
want my computer to work like the 90s. Like I keep all my notes on Word, and no one else does that. Anything I copy paste, I have into like a document that I use them all the time from. Other people use the little clippy notes for that. I don't do any of the modern shit. Everything I do is like the 90s. So I don't want anything to pop up or suggest anything. I just want everything to work like it's supposed to, like it did
Yeah.
when I had a Power Mac.
This reminds me of when we were at. Remember what was it? South Mike. What was it?
Southmouth?
Yeah.
Southmouth. That's what it's called. We're at Southmouth, and I'm sitting out in front of the place. It was one time when you guys didn't go, and I'm sitting out in front of the place with a bunch of other people, and someone was talking about like, oh, to sign up for this mic, you have to like go on Instagram, and I
Yeah.
was like, fuck that shit. I don't have an Instagram account. And this guy, he was such a cocksucker. He's like, you're such a Luddite. He's like, this is like just how things are, and you, blah 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 blah. And it's like, dude,
That's what makes people Luddites. Is people saying you have to do this shit now. Do you have to say trans is good and that you love them and you want a penis in your mouth?
Yeah.
And you have to play with Clippy all day long anytime you want to type anything.
it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, man, my whole fucking job I like when I was working at Blizzard, I put the biggest game in the world, like the biggest game in the world at the time, and probably not now still, but for a long, long time, it was 6 people who put that game on the internet and made that game scale to the level that it did. I was like one of those 6 fucking people. Like, I'm not a fucking...
Do not recite the old magic to me, which
Yeah.
was there when it was written.
Yeah. I was born into the darkness.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Luddite. Like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. Like, I don't know. I just fucking hate Instagram. And you know what? If being on top of technology and it means that you like fuck around on Instagram all the time,
Yeah.
then I don't want to be that. So fuck you, buddy.
What
Yeah.
it means to young people for a computer to work now is different than what I think it means for a computer to work.
Yeah.
I want the shit to fucking work like I'm used to.
Yeah.
That's the way that I'm the most productive, is for it to work in a way that I can.
See, now Josh
the
is a
way I've
Luddite.
been doing it.
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't need any suggestions. I don't need any pop-ups. I don't need any help.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
over helping. It's like having a fucking wife.
Yeah. You give
I don't
Josh
need someone
Word in
going,
a browser.
Are you sure you want to
Yeah,
go left
it's
there?
good.
There's another way.
So my buddy on the way over here, he called me 3 times in the last 12 hours. So I was like, okay, I got to call him back.
Yeah.
So I call him back. I'm like, hey, what's up? He starts. He's in Walmart. He starts talking to me about all these sodas. He's like, if you had Poppy or something, I'm like, no, I haven't. I don't know about the. Oh, it's a protein soda. Oh, it's prebiotic. Probiotic.
Because you're a Luddite. You don't know about pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fucking retard. So he's going on, and I'm like, hey, I have exactly 20 minutes, just so you know. So I'm gonna be at my buddy's house, and then I'm gonna hang up. He's like,
I'm going to be on the air. I'm a broadcaster.
I'm on broadcast. So for 15 minutes, he's talking about the Walmart shit. And finally, I'm like, hey, man, I have 5 minutes. Is there any, like, important thing that you called me 3 times in the last 12 hours
More
about?
important sodas I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, he's like, I might be coming down there tomorrow. And he lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas. He's Aaron, the dude you met, Josh,
Yeah.
at the party.
Yeah. Honey badger.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, you might be coming. I'm like, because, I mean, that's a fucking long drive from fucking Fayetteville down here. I'm like, you might be coming tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I haven't really decided yet. And I'm like, how is it?
What a
how,
life. What
how
a
can-
wonderful life.
How
Yeah.
can
You just-
anyone,
Willy-nilly.
how could anyone live like anyone, sorry, anyone who has 2 kids and
Yeah.
he runs a restaurant.
I mean,
right?
I could be like that, but I'm not like that either. I mean,
So the reason
yeah.
you don't want to travel, Donnie, is the reason I like traveling. You're like, what if something horrible happens? And I like that. I like going and risking it all.
Yeah.
What if something horrible happens? Sweet. Awesome.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's
what
the
makes it
hang
fun.
up for you about something horrible happening?
Oh,
Like-
just my life, just the way things are for me, just because of the way things are for me. Yeah.
So you're gonna go to Hawaii and there's gonna be like a fucking tsunami and you're gonna die, or
Well, there
You need to
was
find a country that
tsunami
doesn't have
warning
Donnie's
3
law.
days before. Yeah, but it's more petty than that.
oh,
Aside from, oh yeah, we're gonna go on a baseball trip and then your dad's gonna be in ICU and almost die, or just the things that happen to me, just the way things happen, the way
You need to find a planet where God
that,
doesn't
that
fuck
kind
you.
of that just that fuck you, you don't get to do that,
Yeah.
like, oh, this isn't gonna work,
Yeah.
It's a little bit like what happened on the way to Hawaii and things like that. It's constant. It's like the foundational nature of reality for me. Like, have you ever seen the movie Hereditary?
I don't think so. Tell me what it's
Okay.
about. I might.
So Hereditary is basically it's Toni Collette, and she's got a son and a daughter, and the daughter has some type of developmental issue, and at the very beginning of it, her mom dies, and then
Sounds familiar.
basically what it is that her mom and maybe her parents were in this like satanic or this like demonic cult, and they
Sexy.
and the demon is in her daughter, and then her daughter dies
Spoiler alert.
like
already watched it.
horrible shit happens to the worst
The
things.
worst
And
things.
it's just a horrible like
It's
demon
an Ari Aster,
torturing.
right?
Yes, Ari Aster.
Yeah.
It's demon torturing a woman. You know.
Have y'all seen Eddington yet?
No, is that him too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's also
Same shit.
did he do
All the worst things.
did
that
he do
can
the
happen.
Lighthouse? No, he did the Nosferatu and he did
Yeah.
Midsummer.
Okay.
So anyway, this horrible shit just keeps happening to this woman, right? And at one point, basically, I guess she finds the kind of Necronomicon demon book that the cult that her parents belonged to used to summon this demon or whatever, and she tries to burn it in the fireplace. And of course, the entire time she's saying this crazy thing's going on, and her husband, who's Gabriel Byrne, doesn't believe her. He's like, "You're being crazy. Like, it's just some bad things have happened to us, whatever." So she tries to burn this book, and when she puts it into the fire, her arm bursts into flames. It's just like, "Oh shit!" And so she takes it out, puts out her arm or whatever. More horrible shit happens, and finally, it's to the point where she's like, "I have to burn this book, even if I burst into flames and die, I guess." And so she's explaining all this to her husband, and he's like, "No." She's like, "You'll believe me when it happens. Whatever. I've got to do it." He's like, "Okay, fine. Throw it in the fire." So she throws the book into the fire, and he bursts into flames and dies. Haha! Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, nope. The torture's never going to end.
So
Horrible things are going.
So you're comparing your life to that?
but not like horrible demonic
petty
stuff.
stuff.
But it's the kind of like we're gonna make you think, oh, you got nope, fuck you, you know.
Donnie has a little bitch demon that half-asses
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Well,
Not a major demon. It's an imp. You have an imp.
And just oh god, everything every day. Yesterday, I was gonna be on time to work, and every single time I have to be somewhere, backing out of my garage door won't go down. Now, if I'm not in a hurry and I don't have to be anywhere, and I'm just going for a nice little drive, or I'm going to the grocery store, it's a weekday, my garage door closes just fine. But if I'm, if I have like, if like any delay is going to make me late to work, my garage door will not go down with them when I hit the thing. I have to walk into my garage, push and hold down the thing in the wall, come out through my house and walk out the front door and get in my car to go. So that takes how many, that probably shaves 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Off
Precious
of whatever, right?
seconds.
So that happens yesterday. And then I get in my car and I'm like, oh shit, I only have 10 miles of range in gas. I have to go to 3 gas stations before I find a pump that will work. The bread basket over here, it just wouldn't take my card, and then it wouldn't take my debit card. And then, and I was like, I didn't want to like walk into the thing and say, oh, because I had cash or whatever, and it wouldn't let me fill up before prepaying. So then I drove to the one on the other side of Brody, wouldn't take any of my cards, wouldn't let me fill up. So I had to go to a third one. So that was I think I timed it was a good 14 minutes stolen from me. I was basically 20 minutes late to work today because that stuff just decided to happen.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the next time I go and fill up my car, it won't be when I'm in a hurry. My gas card will work absolutely fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's that kind of shit.
If I have 3 of those things happen, I go home and give up. Because
Yeah.
it's only going to get worse. But once I have 3 of them, I'm like, fuck, nope.
Yeah. Well, I did
day.
hit and kick the gas, the pumps several times. So I got a little bit of rage out on them or whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's just it's and it that kind of shit loves to attack whenever I'm off somewhere or whatever. One thing that happened is I went with my old roommate. His parents got these. How did that? Oh, that was.
Was that me?
Wow. Yeah. How did that get the cable?
That's because Donnie's
Sorry.
day to Donnie.
Again,
Donnie's
it's because it's the cable that I bought and plugged it
yeah.
into my mixer.
Yeah.
Right. So
If it was anyone else's
Yeah.
cable, anyone else's mixer, it would
Right.
be fine. Yeah.
a few years ago, like I would say it was right before the pandemic. The guy who was my roommate, his parents got a bunch of like free Cowboys tickets they got like 4 Cowboys tickets, and his siblings couldn't go, but he wanted to go, and he was like, well, you can go, take the 4th ticket. So I'm like, okay, and his parents come and pick us up, right? And they're like SUV, right? And right before we leave, he's like, oh, I got a gummy. Let's eat a gummy. So we ate a gummy. And I bring a book with me. a book that I'd never read before.
Usually all those little fucked up things happen to me when I eat a gummy, and then I just blame that. I'm like, well, because I'm high
no,
and I'm a retard.
there is. I mean, it's so a lot of
You
times it's
notice
things
it
where
more.
it's like this is an example. It's where it's like, yeah, I might have made a tiny mistake, but then it's like it sees the opening,
Yeah.
and the consequences of that will just blow up into something that is it basically cancels out whatever bad thing I did because it's so extreme that I was like, I can't even blame myself.
That's
You
how
know,
the imps creep in.
so I ate this gummy, and I brought a book with me that I hadn't read before, and I just started reading. It was Neuromancer.
A Neuromancer,
The original, like basically where the idea of the Matrix comes from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I'm sitting there reading it, and I'm getting really into it while we're driving. Like, and I'm just like, I do the old gay reading rainbow. Like, I fall into the pages of the book because I'll do that with a book. Like, I'll get way into it and like not be able to.
I thought that was a never-ending story.
So, and also, as I'm doing it, as I'm reading, I'm getting higher and higher. But, it's from the gummy or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess it's around like lunchtime or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, let's stop at Whataburger and let's stop in Waco to eat." Right? So it's because we're driving up to Arlington. So we stop in Waco, and as from my point of view, I'm like reading the book. Okay, we get there, we get to the thing, and I put everything down, and I open the door, and I get out, and I walk into the restaurant with him. Because I'm high, I guess I don't realize what's happened. Apparently, this is a car I've never been in before, so I don't know. I guess I don't know how to judge the door. I opened the door too hard, and I hit the car next to us with the door, and I don't realize it. And I didn't even feel it or anything, and I just closed the door and I walk away. Well, apparently the person whose car that was, I guess, was in their car, or they were right there, and they saw it happen, and I guess I'm high, so I don't. So I just and I don't hear anything. I just walk into the thing, and I guess the guy starts yelling at my friend's dad. And I mean, we're standing in line, and the next thing I know, I'm standing. And it's kind of busy or whatever. Is he walks to the, he's like standing at the door, and he like waves to me. And
The guy whose car you hit, or
my
your
friend's dad
Uh-huh.
waves to me, and I walk over, and he's like, I guess he tells me that I hit this guy's door whenever I opened it, and I'm like, oh, and I guess the guy is just freaking out. He's like, oh, it's like you caused the mark, blah 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 blah, and just will not let it go or whatever. And so then, and I guess the guy's still like talking and yelling, and he is inside the restaurant. So my friend's dad turns and goes back outside to, I guess, deal with the guy some more or whatever. And then I guess he finally, the guy like is writing down his driver's his license plate, and like, I'm gonna call my insurance, blah 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 blah, and all this stuff. And I mean, he eventually gets, I guess, the guy to leave or whatever. And so then he comes back in, and I'm like, this thing just happened to me. And the other thing it likes to do is it likes to use other people, involve other people in the consequences, right?
Yeah.
So I guess nothing ever happened with that, but I mean, like, it was his dad's insurance that would have had to pay. Like, he would have had to deal with all this stuff, and it just, what if that guy just wouldn't have been standing there? Nobody would have known anything.
Yeah.
But no, he had to be standing there. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it was a car I'd never been in before, and I couldn't judge the weight of the door, and I was a little bit high off an edible. And,
Yeah.
Just the way things just... You've seen Final Destination, right?
No.
You never seen Final Destination?
No.
Oh, man. So the Final... You know what they're about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know how in Final Destination, death just...
Yeah.
manipulate situations in certain ways to where it's like these Rube Goldberg type things that ends in a crazy death or whatever.
Right.
But for me, it's something like that.
Right.
And I know his parents were probably mad at me. Like, they didn't really say anything, but like, and it's just like those are the things that happen to me.
I mean, I feel like, well, I mean, there's a lot of things I feel about this conversation.
Dude, whenever my kids
and
used
that's
to
just-
get out of the car, I would put my hand on the door, so when they would push it, it would smash my fingers into the other car.
Yeah.
Just to avoid hitting someone. Because
Yeah.
I know my kids are going to be 5 and just bang,
knocking
out,
into other
break
cars,
shit and
yeah.
crash into other.
Yeah.
So you just put your hand there, and every time I would dread, like, my wife's part. I'd see how close she parked to other people, and I know I'm gonna mash my fucking fingers because
Yeah.
the kids are gonna get out of the car with their whole body and knees.
Yeah.
Right. So you never saw the mark on the car?
I guess there was a mark.
I mean, was it a substantial mark?
The guy said he'd get his car detailed, but if it's still there, I'm calling my insurance and all this other stuff or whatever. And I was like, and then I told my friend later, I was like, dude, if like, and I didn't go out there and talk to the guy because I was like, if I'd have gone out there, I would have told the guy to stop being such a little bitch.
Yeah.
And at that point, that was when I was working out a lot, and I was
You're
pretty
gonna rage on him.
I was like, you have no idea how good it would have felt to feel that guy's bones break underneath my fists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just he was throwing such a fit, off a little door ding or whatever. And I had no money. I had no cash. I couldn't be like, here's $50, I couldn't give him cash or anything, and I wouldn't have anyway.
Yeah.
It was just it's just one of those, and that's just one little thing. That's just one little thing that haunts me my entire life. There are 500 other things like that where maybe I did something a little bit wrong, but just the insane amount of consequences of that whenever things could have gone just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I think about whenever I am going on a trip because I know something like that is going to happen.
Honestly, I'm not trying to take away from your trauma, Donnie, but I honestly feel like this is the most this is life shit. I mean, this is just what happens to everyone all the time.
But
this is literally what happens to me every fucking day. There's a thing like this that happens where I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
But just the specific things and the way they happen and the order they happen in and the timing of how they happen.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. You can, if somebody had control of things and they wanted to torture a person,
yeah, they would.
This is what it would look like, right?
Yeah.
And again, that's just one tiny little. That's one example. But there's things just all over the place.
Did I ever tell you about the Arby's in Delaware? I had to have told you about this. About almost getting in that fight.
Yeah.
Arby's in Delaware.
Yeah, the guy thought you wanted to fuck his wife or something.
Yeah. That. Yes. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I see you all the time.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, every guy thinks I'm gonna fuck their wife.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, I don't give a shit about your 3-tooth wife. I was not looking at her.
I remember that. Yeah.
I wasn't looking at her. But dude, I drove away from that. I
Yeah.
won't recount the fucking story. I drove away from that, and all I could think of is go back there and kill that person.
Yeah.
And Kristen had to talk me down. She's like, dude, you're gonna go back there and you're gonna fucking kill that person. You really that's what's gonna happen, and then what?
Yeah.
And then the cops come
to happen.
and then the cops come, and then what happens?
Yeah.
And then what happens? And then in 10 years from now, when you have this whole thing that happened over some guy accusing you of looking at his fucking dumpy ass bitch, was it worth it? It's no, of course it's not worth it.
No, no. Then it's up to the jury to find you not guilty.
Yeah.
I mean, I so want to be on a jury where I'm like, oh, the guy deserved it. The guy deserved to die.
Yeah.
That person's not guilty.
Right.
I mean, of course, it would have to be that specific situation where I could see that, the person deserved to die or whatever. But, it's like that's the other problem is that it really binds your hands, my hands on things that I would like to do to set things right.
Yeah.
Because the consequences of that are going to be so insane.
Well, it just doesn't
You
matter.
know?
But the thing is that none of it really matters.
I guess not, but at the same time, what we do in life echoes in eternity. It's like those things.
What does that even mean?
cosmologically-
What is that? That's not true.
I don't like
It's true because it's in a movie.
we need to fight our bullshit, malevolent, nightmarish, mocking universe. I think we need to hurt the universe.
Yeah.
That way, if somebody does something to you, like I've always said, if somebody does something bad to somebody else, and the second person does something bad back, it's still the first person's fault.
Yeah.
And you're kind of setting the universe right whenever you do.
No,
that
I
kind
think
of
when
stuff.
bad things happen,
yeah.
it's God, and then I stop it by not believing in it.
Yeah.
It's like fairies from the
Yeah.
pirate land.
I just I don't believe that I don't believe that there's any setting the universe right, that there's any right or any wrong. And I also fundamentally believe that I think we may have a different idea about how life should be. I actually think that life is like
A box of chocolates.
torture and it's like it basically is like
Yeah, what fresh hell is this?
it's
Yeah.
really
That's every time.
it's really hard.
Well, then why can't it be torture for the people who deserve to have it be
It
torture
is.
for?
It's even worse for them.
I don't know about that.
No, it's even worse for them.
I don't know
Dude,
about that. There are a lot of Dr. James Dobson just died at the comfortable, ripe old age of 89 years
Surrounded
old.
by his loving family.
After telling people they should beat their children and all that kind of stuff.
Focus on the family.
You know, his focus on the family guy.
Yeah,
you
I
know
know
that
I
is,
know
right?
what
You
that
know,
is, yeah.
so many of these people, they just get to live comfortable, long, nice lives. You know,
But that's what you think. Like what do you think it's like to be in the head of the guy who legitimately thinks that you should beat the fuck out of your kids and the guy who started focus? Do you think that living in his head, experiencing the reality that he experiences every day, like when you have the outlook on life that like the right thing to do is beat your kids in order to like, you know, keep shit in line, do you think that like that frame of mind is like living in some kind of paradise?
I think that. I mean, definitely if you're sociopathic, right? You know, it depends on the person, obviously, but I can just kind of tell.
But if you're a sociopath, then there's like certain things like that you don't get out of the human experience, and maybe you don't need those things. But like to me, that's like not a life worth living.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
I
Like,
was having with my kids during COVID. They wanted to drive through, and they wanted to go out to eat.
Yeah.
For once in forever.
yeah.
So we only went to drive-through places. Luckily, we went here to Slaughter, and we were able to drive through Whataburger, Taco Bell, Starbucks, and get everybody what they wanted.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
But something fucked up happened at each one,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "We got to go home now," because it's the rule of three. This final destination,
Yeah.
and the fucking car died on the way home.
Mm.
And I was like, there was no way to get home. It was already too late. I should start going home after two things.
Did you eat in the car at that point?
We were no.
You just like threw it all out the window or
started
something?
back up. The car needed a baby rest.
Oh. Oh, so
What?
you okay.
It was idling low, and then it idled all the way low to stopping.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, look what I can do to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So now when that shit happens and I'm with my kids, I'm like, we gotta fucking get home. I don't want my bad luck to fuck my kids' life up.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn this shit on their
Yeah.
own.
Oh,
Because I look like a fucking psycho around other people where I'm like, this is fucked up. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
And I see these demons, and I'm like, this is not good. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Because everybody else just thinks it's like
Yeah.
a silly, fun Rube Cliffberg, whatever Superman movie. Look at the funny little things that are happening. But
Yeah.
for me, when it happens more than once, I'm like, it's going down.
I basically I see almost like everything that I have to do in my life as a chore. And the minute that I stopped thinking that doing chores was bad, it was just a thing that had to be done, like the better my life became. So it's shit like this where it's like, oh, my car broke down and now I have to deal with that. I used to like get really worked up about it, like fuck this shit. Why my car? Why right now?
Yeah.
Why, like one time I went out to get my car and it got towed because like I had too many it was parked in a place where they did street sweeping. Anyway, like there, and I used to just get so worked up about this shit, and I'm like, no, this is like literally like 99% of your life is just doing things that are like you could look at them as annoying, but they're just like things that have to be done that don't make your life better and they don't make your life worse. They're just shit that has to get done in order to like basically allow for the 1% of the time that your life can either be glorious or fucking terrible, like really, really terrible, like someone dies or something like that. So I don't know, all this stuff that you guys are talking about, I feel like all this kind of shit happens to me day to day too. I just am kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna like do this thing and move past it.
Well,
it's
see-
comforting what you're saying to think it's not just me, it's everybody. Everyone's
It
life
is everybody.
like this.
Yes.
And I do that too, and it feels comforting. And then I go,
Yeah.
oh, that comforted me. It's copium. It's not real. I just fooled myself into thinking that everything's okay.
Everything is okay though.
Yeah.
There's no other alternative, dude. Like
oh yeah, you could just get gray hair and pull it all out. And
no,
die.
I mean, there's definitely like, well, what if that hadn't happened? then this wouldn't have happened, or then this would have happened. This could have happened this way. Or this would like that's my life. That is like, oh my God, if this thing hadn't happened, then I wouldn't have done this, and then I could have done this thing. Like that's what all I see is the splits of all the realities and all the alternate universes and all that kind of stuff. I'm constantly seeing that kind of stuff.
I thought of you today, Donnie, because I was listening to Finn versus History, and they were talking about the women's temperance movement.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they did that was because their husbands would get drunk and beat them, and they were like, well, here's the problem. The husbands are getting drunk, and we're getting the shit beaten out of us. And this was during Britain, when the British law was beating up your wife was the same as beating up your fridge. And I was like, hey, that's what Donnie did.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie beat his fridge up.
About the fridge.
Yeah. Something fell out of the fridge and then you hit it with the broomstick.
Oh, no, even more. Like, again, another one of those fuck you things.
It's not illegal fuck your fridge
I
up.
was trying to, I was trying to get in shape. This also happens anytime I'm like, okay, I'm going to really get into my fitness. All of a sudden, things just start happening to me, And so I was making a salad because I was meal prepping every day, and I was trying to be really like healthy and eat grilled chicken and salad. And a vodka bottle decided to fall off and land on the salad, and the salad exploded all over my kitchen because I committed the mortal sin of closing the refrigerator door.
Oh, and
consequences, right?
Forbid you should notice it and go, I'm having a good day today. That's when everything hits the fan.
And it was funny is yesterday.
You recognize it and go, this is going pretty good. Shit, false.
Yeah. I mean, that's why the one thing that would make it so much better is if inanimate objects screamed and cried and begged me to stop whenever I was beating the shit out of them.
That's why I call it a demon, because if you poke, that's what all the spiritual people say about evil spirits, is if you invoke them or talk to them or agitate them at all, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So I try not to even recognize fate getting fucked up, because then it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. I don't know. I've it's funny. There's people like there's this chick who I worked with at one of the video game companies, Red 5, the Mark Kern place.
Yeah.
And this girl was so hot, man. She was like probably 25 or 26, and she was just absolutely gorgeous girl. She wanted to be a producer at Blizzard, but it didn't work out, so she was working her way up through the startup game studios. And anyway, she had started there, and we became not like really good friends, but we became friendly at work. And I remember thinking, like, as I was getting to know her, I'm like, man, this chick, she's got everything. Like, she's super pretty, she's really smart, she's like working her way into this position that she wants to do, and yeah. And then I remember this one day we were talking, and she was like, yeah, like last year I was diagnosed with glaucoma, and she's like, and I'm basically like blind, and and I'm gonna be like, my whole life is like changed because of this. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like, you look at her and there's just like no way you think she has like a debilitating like medical thing, right? Or like my buddy, the guy who thinks I'm an idiot. I mean, he's not totally wrong. Yeah, one of many. This guy in Chicago,
you said all your friends thought
pretty much
the worst.
Pretty much out of all my friends, I'm like the biggest idiot. But this dude, like, started his company in 2007 and made probably 50-60 million bucks, and he's got this nice wife, and they got this good deal with their kids and everything. And then he goes into the doctor, and they're like, oh yeah, like, you have like a major heart defect, you have to have like open heart surgery like immediately. And it's like oh shit, like that, like, this dude like runs marathons and shit, like he's never ever been overweight. He eats fucking grilled chicken and salad every day of his life.
He was trying to have a good day today.
He was trying to have a good day.
How dare
today.
you?
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think
that is the fundamental nature of this stupid bullshit universe. To me, like, that's like, it's like, haha, fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Elon Musk gets to do this, and Donald Trump gets to do this.
Yeah, I want to fuck Grimes.
Tom Brady gets to win 8 Super Bowls. Ha 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 ha. Nothing ever goes bad for him. But
dude, if you think that that's true, like, I just don't think that that's true. I think that all of these people have as many struggles or more or living in their heads, and including like living in their headspace. Do you think living in Elon's headspace, where all he thinks about is, I mean, seemingly all he thinks about is owning libs on Twitter? Like,
Yeah.
do you think that that's really like a good life? Like,
No, yeah,
no
yeah.
fucking
Oh,
way,
speaking
man.
of which, Trump
Yeah.
is out patrolling D.C. tonight.
Oh
is he?
yeah.
I bet that motherfucker doesn't go to Southeast or 14th Street without like a fucking Pope mobile.
Oh yeah, he's got a whole freaking mobilization
They
behind him.
they
dude.
have every route planned out with snipers on the roof.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, of
going to be
course.
fucking fine, but I know there's no way he's going to go to the parts of DC that already have snipers on the roof.
This is a thing that's
With
happening.
their own
He's,
snipers.
Yeah.
he's patrolling DC tonight.
He's going to clean up the streets. He's Batman.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I've just, I've, it's mostly a jokey cosmology kind of philosophical belief.
Numerology.
But my
Jumerology.
my idea of like all of existence is that there are a few people who hog all the good things that are supposed to happen to everybody,
Yeah.
and so if we destroy those people, then all the good things fly out and redistribute
Just
themselves amongst the
destroyed.
people who were supposed to have them in the. I call it cosmological Marxism.
So that sounds like a belief system there, Donnie. It sounds like
Yeah.
you have a belief system.
Yeah, so like basically we go and we find the people who never have bad things, or constantly having all the good things happen to them that should be happening more generally.
Yeah.
To like, you know, and we just destroy those people, or maybe we make bad things happen to those people and see what happens.
Well, I'm going to text you every day about bad things that are happening to me, so
Well,
you
maybe-
don't,
but-
so you don't think I'm one of those
Right,
good
yeah,
people
yeah,
and,
right,
and come
yeah,
and kill me.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like I've got that friend of mine. Like nothing bad ever happens to him, and I lived with him for 5 years. So I'm like, dude, nothing bad ever happens to you.
Now, Matt felt that way about Scott Avery, this kid that lied to us about his age for years and was supposed to be our best friend and was a kind of a piece of shit. And they were both in a techno DJ kind of group. We were all together DJing. Scott went on to work for XM, and he's like a producer. He makes all the like the little bumper sounds in between stuff. He has Matt's dream job, and Matt is like, "Why the fuck did Scott get that?" And I have this.
What is his job?
He's just a net admin, I guess, net ops. I
No,
don't
he's
know.
but Matt's got a pretty good job.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't have his cool dream techno job,
Yeah.
but that shit doesn't pay good unless you
Yeah,
get
right.
work for XM, and then you're a sellout. You know, so
Yeah.
whatever you think of it, it's
Well, and also
you can
like,
shit on it and say it sucks.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, also, to a certain extent, I don't even know how much salary even plays into like a job being
No, it's
good.
quality of life.
Like after like a certain level, like
Right.
I don't know what that level is. Like, I mean, I've heard these numbers before being thrown around. Like after $65,000, like you.
Yeah. I think inflation's caught up with that.
I
a
think
little bit.
inflation's caught
at
up
this
with that
point.
number
At this
too.
point, six-figure salary might be more. About
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
over 100, you
Yeah.
might be pretty comfortable.
If
or
you're
whatever.
making-
but yeah,
right.
they used to say that like it was like 75,000 or whatever. They're
75,
like,
yeah.
like that's like the optimal, and then after that, like your amount of happiness doesn't increase with the amount of money that you
Right.
or whatever. But I'm still like, it'd be nice to. It'd be nice to make an extra 50 grand a year, you
Give it
know?
all up for just
Yeah.
a little
Dude.
more.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, I took my kid, or my wife took the kid to the doctor today for vaxes. He had to get his vaxes updated because he's in 7th grade.
I thought RFK Jr. was going to get rid of that shit.
No, he got the herpes one, so he can be slutty.
Oh, the not herpes.
HPV.
Human
HPV.
papilloma. Yeah, whatever.
That's
Yeah.
not herpes. That's HPV.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a herpes vaccine.
Yeah,
But they're-
I was telling him he could be slutty now.
yeah.
Well, he won't get dick
He
cancer.
can, yeah, he can get. He won't give girls vaginal cancer.
Yeah,
or I
yeah.
guess you don't get cancer from going down. You don't get Michael Douglas cancer either if you have.
No,
that.
my
Yeah.
wife says that's bullshit, but somehow he's going to give all the girls cancer with his little pee-pee. He said, but she's because Catherine Zeta-Jones came on Wednesday. We were watching Wednesday, and I was like, "Oh, that's the bitch whose pussy gives dudes mouth throat cancer." And she was like, "No, no," and I was like, "You think I was serious?" I was trying to
Yeah.
make everybody in the room
I'm just
laugh.
saying things. Do you know me at all? Like,
Yes, I'm a fucking doctor, and I think
yeah, man.
You can't.
that's who Catherine Zeta-Jones is
funny.
to me, because that's what's funny about Catherine Zeta-Jones.
yeah.
Man,
We don't know it was Catherine Zeta-Jones, but he got it from somewhere.
Yeah.
He got it from some puss. Yeah,
And that's who he
Some
was
cancer
eating out
puss.
at the time.
Yeah, man. Jacob came face to face with the girl next door earlier this week,
Yeah.
and it was every bit as awkward as you might imagine.
Oh no.
Came face to face with a girl who what now?
The one that Chris is like, hey.
The 16-year-old next door.
Yeah, I was like, just to recap, I'm like, hey, there's a 16-year-old girl next door, and he's like, I'm not a fucking pervert like you, and I'm like, okay, bro, well, I'm just telling you. Wayne Gretzky says,
Is she hot, or would she be hot if you were in a fantasy world, hypothetically?
I mean,
where everything's okay and we don't have to get mad. Would you say, if you were someone else, that she was attractive and you were 12?
here's the thing. Like, he's masking this whole thing as like, oh, girls ruin your ability to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
That's a very much like, you can't fire me, I quit. Or,
Yeah.
well, I don't want a job.
That's also true.
I don't want to go into interviews and
Right.
have them grill me about things like, I just don't think that'd be good for me.
Right.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. He's masking his fear of talking to a girl by saying that sort of shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, look, just recognize what's actually happening here.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't want to go travel because something might go wrong.
Yeah.
He might die.
Jacob, let me tell you about a guy that I know. We'll call him D.
And he did just get back from Hawaii, but
And
4 of the days out of the 7 sucked.
Yeah. It would be one of the but of course, then for me, it would be it would be like what happened to me whenever I was that age, and I was like, I like this girl, blah 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 blah, and then I'm fucking being confronted by the goddamn police officer and my parents about creative writing and so, and I will never let any of them forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
I'm never gonna write a cool
Fuck
story
that
again.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for writing a cool story.
Yeah.
For me, there's like a happy medium, right? Because when I was a kid, all I cared about was like trying to fuck chicks.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that that's healthy.
What happened?
What do you mean?
We still all have the same hormones, but nobody cares about getting pussy and getting fights anymore. That used to be why you got up in the morning. Something crazy might happen. Maybe
Yeah.
I get to fuck somebody up or get to fuck someone.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
Who
I mean,
cares?
even back then, I remember like, okay, what bullshit's gonna happen to me today?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like, ooh, cool, I get to fight. I would be like, no, who's gonna say some shit or make some girl think I'm a loser or this kind of thing or that kind of thing.
I mean,
Like
that sort of shit always happened to me too, though, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's why and I think I've said this before, but my number one regret, aside from not learning the piano, is I wish I'd have just hurt more people who deserved it.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have just gotten revenge on more people.
I thought it was that we all wish that we cheated on all the girls that we didn't
there's
marry.
that too. Yeah.
I guess that's hurting people. So.
There's definitely at least one where I'm like, I should have cheated on her so bad, so hard. Oh.
I love we really do need to make I recognize that this is like a sketch show of exactly one sketch, but the whole idea of the grandpa laying on the bed and being like, my biggest regret, son,
not cheating on your mother.
not cheating on your mother. Oh,
That
God.
might have been in something. That sounds familiar to me.
Got more pussy.
Yeah, I could have got more pussy. Yeah.
But we let him.
I
have
should
the
have
day-
banged more whores.
I should have banged the hose back in the war.
We let the boy have the day off school because his vaxes were like at 10, and then he said his shoulder hurt, and he was with his mom. So of course he sweet talked her into letting him take the day. But he had a good.
Isn't that just
couple-
isn't that just the second day of school?
It's third, yeah. So he successfully went to school for 2 days without any issue, and that's cool because I was dreading. I think he's not hiding in his hoodie or under his beanie hat anymore like he used to,
That's good.
and he's not the smallest one at the school. And he said, "I think it's easier now because I've been there for a year and I know my way around, so it's going good." So we let him. I mean, she let him have the day, and he wanted to go to Casa Garcia's for breakfast.
Oh yeah, no place.
So they came home and got me, and we went over there, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like watching them old women make the tortillas."
Yeah.
And our waitress's name was Yamiletzen. She had it on her name tag. And I don't like to be like a dumb white guy, but I saw all those "can I buy a vowels," and I was like, "Can you just tell me how to say that right?" I don't want to. I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to sound.
You don't have to say her name at all, though. I never say my waitress's name. I'm never like.
Well, it's also morbid curiosity. You see all the fucking whole alphabet on her name tag, and you're like, well, I wonder what you're supposed to do with that.
Yeah.
So she said, my name is Yami Letson. And then I was like, that's beautiful. And my wife was like, that's a nice name. And then she walked away, and Walter was like, looking at me, and I was smiling at him. And I was like, yeah, he got his vaxxers today, so Yama lets him take the day off of school.
Yama lets him take the day out of school.
And then I started laughing. I had a chip and salsa. I started coughing. It was too spicy. And she came back, and she goes, what's going on? Are you okay? Wrong hole? And I was like, that's what she said. Pointing at my wife coughing. I was like,
Did you say that to the waitress?
Yeah, I couldn't stop choking enough to make my jokes, and it was very frustrating.
Oh man!
But when we used to make jokes like that in my family, my dad would always go, "That's family talk. We don't talk like that outside of the house."
Right.
But it was like the perv shit. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of James Dobson and focus on the family, why you should be able to say that stuff around. The reason they didn't want us to say it outside of the house. It's because it would make them look bad.
Right.
It was our reputation in the community. But those valuable. Those are good jokes. We should have been able to tell them to our friends.
Right.
Out in the world, that's what it's for. It's
Yeah.
not for the fucking family.
Yeah.
Doesn't help
The family's
anybody.
a shitty audience.
Yeah. This is a rough room.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. That's family talk. We don't do that. That would have been a good name for this podcast.
Family talk.
It's time for family talk
Family
time.
talk. Yeah.
Come to Jesus.
Man, Kristen, so, dude, this is fucking mind-bending. So, did I already tell you guys about the parking permit? Okay, so, like, a month and a half ago.
I fucking love permits.
Yeah, I know. A month and a half ago, for the city of San Marcos,
Yeah.
this lady, she's kind of a busybody in the wrestling team, moms, sends a text to, like, a bunch of people. She's like, there's a bunch of weird parking stuff at Bowie this year. Be sure to get your parking permit on time. So
blabbermouths.
So I go to Kristen. Well, here's the thing about this person, right? I like her. I think she's a nice lady. But, like, her busybodiness only affects us positively because then we don't have to pay attention to shit because we know she's going to send the text, right?
Good looking out, partner.
So I go to Kristen and I go, hey, babe, did you see Susanna's text? She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, so on this parking permit thing, I'm like, do I have to do anything? And she's like, Chris, I'm not a child. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But if you want to play a child for no, I'm like, I was like, okay, that
right now.
That's fine. Okay, good. So then, like, 2
You wanna
weeks,
pretend to be that 16-year-old next door.
2 weeks. Yeah.
I live over there.
Oh, Mr. Chris. I would say your last name, but we don't do that yet.
We don't do. Yeah, we don't play that. So she goes,
Mr. Meatballs.
Mr. Meatballs,
Mr. Multitasking.
So she goes, so 2 weeks before we get another text from Susanna, and I'm like, yo, babe. I'm like, did you see Susanna's? She's like, yes, Chris, I saw it. I'm like, okay, I'm just checking because it seems like this parking thing is going to be a real pain in the dick. She's like, I'm on it. There's a time. It's assigned. I got it. Okay, I'm like, I'm not going to ask you again. She's like, please. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, cool. So, like,
I've never done anything wrong in my life.
So, like,
I'm so smart.
Like a week ago, I'm in the kitchen, and she's like, what the fuck? This fucking thing. And I go, what's going on? And she's like, well, I'm trying to buy the parking permit. I'm like, wasn't that, like, supposed to happen, like, a week ago?
And you told me to shut up about it.
Yeah.
Handled.
And she's like, it's fine. You just had to do it any time after that date. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, Chris, I can't get logged into this thing. Can you help me? So,
oh my God!
About
fucking started, man.
About
they say they have it, and then they do it halfway and fuck it up, and you have to, instead of you doing it perfectly, turnkey,
right,
as you would have,
right.
If you would have just handled it, you have to fix their bullshit halfway through and then start over.
Oh, Josh, you don't even know.
I don't want to do it 1.5 times wrong. I want to do it once my way.
So
God damn it!
I go over there and I open one password.
Your
of course,
shit pisses me off so bad because it's my shit.
Yeah. So of course I go over there and I open it up immediately. The password's in one password, like all the passwords are. And I log in and I go, they're out of parking permits. And she goes, what? And I'm like, they're out. She's like, how can that be? And I'm like, well, it says right here in the
You're unbelievable
official email from the school, they were selling them between this day, and it's a week past that day, which we knew about a month and a half ago. And she's like, they don't have enough parking permits for the whole school. I'm like, Kristen,
There's a certain amount of parking spaces.
there's a certain amount of parking spaces. Like, they only are selling that amount of permits. And
Yeah.
she's like, this can't be. Can you email them? I'm like, sure, I'll email them. Like, you can't fucking email them. Okay, fine, I'll email them. So by the way, I didn't get worked up about any of it. I'm like, well, honey, this is just how it is, right?
Yeah.
So I
My
email
wife
them.
just looks at my forehead and goes, "You're getting sweaty. Why are you getting sweaty?" And I'm like, "Look in the goddamn mirror.
Yeah. You. It's
Why are
you.
so sweaty? Because I'm halfway to a heart attack right now. That's
Yeah.
why I'm sweaty.
Yeah, you're putting me in the
That's why
fucking
I'm
grave.
twitching. That's
Yeah.
why my bottom left eyelid is dancing like Michael Jackson.
So I send the guy an email. The next day he sends me an email back. He's like, yeah, we're out of parking permits. So I'm like, hey, babe, they're out of parking permits. Dude, she's beside herself. And I'm like, well, look, it is what it is. Like, we're not
fucking beside herself like a fuck twins.
we're not gonna like create more parking spaces. So like, it's done. Like,
Yeah.
I put up those signs, those residential parking permit signs for Bowie.
oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
nice.
welcome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those are yours, huh? That's your handiwork.
You're welcome.
So now he is getting up early and going and parking on Wolf Trap, which is fine. Like,
I mean, you can park there, right?
you can park
Yeah.
there legally. There's just only
Yeah.
a certain amount of spots.
Yeah,
so
you just have to get there on time.
so you just have to get there early. And dude, every day she's getting up with him and complaining like, I can't believe I have to get up at 6:40 when I've been up since like 5:50.
Yeah,
by the way, I'm like,
Mm.
oh wow, you
Why are
had
you
to-
in such a bad mood, Chris?
yeah, yeah.
You should be so happy all the
Oh,
time.
dude. Every day is just like it's like I'm like you, Josh, to a certain extent. Like, I want her to be happy and have the life that she wants to have and all that. But also, like, dude, you don't even have to get up. You're forcing yourself to get up because you think that you have to be awake while he's driving. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to get
Yeah.
up. Also, let's say you did have to get up. It's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
And also, 6:40 on a weekday is a time that people get up.
Yeah.
That's
It's
pretty normal.
just a time
Mhm.
that most people get
People
up.
who have to be somewhere at 8.
Most people don't get to sleep
Mhm.
until 8 or 8:30 every
Why are
day.
you such a bad man?
It's like, dude, just like,
You're bringing everyone down with your energy.
just. Would you call me a toxic douche?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Oh, it's caustic, wasn't it?
Caustic douche.
Caustic, yeah.
Caustic douche.
Yeah, women have to use science words to get men to understand.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
toxic.
I was like,
You're toxic masculinity.
Oh, I am
You're
a
gaslighting me.
I am a caustic.
Men are like, oh, I know what that is. I'm a science man.
I'm a man of science. I know what a
Biology.
caustic douche
I invented
is.
all the, my gender invented all of these things.
I think I made a caustic douche in chemistry class
Yeah,
one
you guys
time.
had to learn about them because we invented all of it.
Speaking of science, man, this isn't something Chris knows anything about, but dude, that Red Letter Media put out a new Plinkett video last night.
I don't know what
yesterday.
that means.
So, about 15 years ago, this one of my favorite YouTube channels, Red Letter Media, they put out this long kind of review of the first Star Wars prequel.
Mm.
Put it in terms Chris can understand.
Yeah.
This Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman show came out a long
Yeah.
time ago, and then Charlie's Angels came,
Ah.
and
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I get
it
it.
was the
Thank
Scarecrow
you.
and Mrs. King problem.
Yeah. Scarecrow. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that show. That was great.
Yeah. So, but it was
Sex and the City
It
was
was
cool.
very like influential or whatever. Like people in Hollywood were passing it back and forth and all that. And so every once in a while he'll do one with, and it's up from this character who's like a, I don't know, kind of Buffalo Bill serial killer type guy, but he's talking about all the issues with like the Star Wars prequels or whatever. And this made them huge and a huge deal. So they put out a new one about the current state of Star Wars or whatever.
Mm.
And yeah, they brought back Scientist Man and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I sent it to Josh. But yeah, everybody was talking about it today.
It'd be lost on me.
Yeah.
Donnie. Today, Donnie, you may appreciate this. Let me see here. Okay, so there was this whole thing about our domain at work. I'm not going to say the domain name. The domain at work about we needed to prove to some advertiser that we own the domain.
Okay, yeah.
So there's all this back and forth going, and I'm not involved in any of it, right? Finally, they loop me in, and they're like, Chris manages the domain name. He'll have these documents. After like there's probably like 6 or 7 back and forths
Yeah.
between other people on my team, right? This is
Okay,
some
yeah.
of the dysfunction that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. And here's the thing. I do manage the DNS servers in AWS, but I didn't buy the domain name. It was bought through GoDaddy through one of the guys who's on this email who's saying that I'm the one who is control of it, right? So I typed this into ChatGPT because I was just like, I was done with it. I was like, our domain, suchandsuch.com, is registered through GoDaddy. But the name servers are AWS. Can you explain this in terms morons will understand? And then I took the exact thing that it
output,
said,
yeah.
and I copied it, or I pasted
no.
it into the email,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Oh, cool, we got it, thank you." I was like, "Oh, morons did understand it. We're gonna fucking A."
I thought it'd be funny if you'd accidentally copy the plate. You'd be like, "Sure, I'll explain this how a moron would understand," and then you paste it into the email. Dude, I have a friend who did that. Who had a real scribble on that. He's so stupid. He, I guess, him and another guy were working at this company. It was a tech company.
Yeah.
And I guess they had some idea for some new feature or proposal or new process to go about whatever their normal things were, and they we wanted to present it to like the because it was a company about like yours. There was maybe 35 people in the company.
Small company, yeah.
So they were presenting it to like the C levels basically, and they were collaborating on the document where the proposal, but they're just, as they were doing, they're screwing around or whatever, and putting jokes in, and then of course they were and then they're like, oh yeah, well they deleted that before the final version or whatever. And they did it all, and it was like this very very professional, like just email, and it was like really well put together. They were so proud of it, and they sent it to everybody, and I guess like 10 minutes later. Their boss called him called one of them into his office, and he was like, "Hey, I got the proposal from you," and he's like, "Come take a look." And so he goes over to his laptop or his screen or whatever, and he scrolls down through this entire proposal, and at the very end is like, "Thank you very much, signed, N-word Jew."
Oh, oh,
Because they were goofing around,
Oh.
and he was like, "Signed Newton Jew," whatever.
oh.
He forgot to change it to his name.
That's why I always do a find on the N-word before
Yeah.
I ever
Right,
send an
Control
email.
F,
I Control F. I have like a macro. I just have
Yeah.
like a keystroke that I do, and
Yeah.
it searches the document for the N-word. Yeah.
Dude, there's so many times, because I've said this before, I just,
N-word?
I like to, plenty of times. Whenever no one's around and no one can hear me and I'm just in my house, sometimes it's just fun to blast a hard R
It's family
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
to myself or
It's
whatever.
family
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Like, talk like
It's
that,
family
huh?
talk. Yeah, that's
And
right.
I'm just waiting for the time whenever I don't realize my microphone's unmuted and I absentmindedly just say it to myself in like a Teams meeting or something.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened yet.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
but yeah, sometimes it's just fun to say,
This is why Kristen's always like, this is why you have to have good manners at home, because then like you slip up
Yeah.
outside, right?
Yeah.
So you can't be just busting N-words all the time,
Yeah.
because then you'll be busting N-words all the time.
Yeah, I mean, some of the most fun rap lyrics to say are just full of it. Just to sing to yourself or whatever,
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's got one. If I'm going to slap a pussy ass, I'm going to make it look sexy.
Yeah.
It's just fun stuff to say.
Yeah.
It's so why did they make it so fun to say if I'm not allowed to say it?
I know.
Speaking
But I
of-
also, like I've said, I like that. I like that we have that limitation because it makes you more creative.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
On a
That's right.
related note,
Yeah.
they're changing the Smithsonian History Museum so that it doesn't say slavery is bad anymore.
Yeah.
Now it says slavery is good. So when you see a black person, you have to say thank you for your service. And they're like essential workers of the
Yeah.
slavery time. They built this nation.
But black people
And you have
now
to say the same
are
thing to Native Americans.
slaves. So if they're pretending like, then isn't it like stolen valor or something like that? Like,
No, it's hereditary.
Yeah,
It's 'cause
it
their daddy's
comes
daddy's
down.
daddy
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, it's like a
So I did D-Day and I saved America from the Nazis because my grandfather was over there.
shit. I don't even know what I did.
So you guys are welcome.
I come from
Yeah.
cotton farmers. I come from cotton pickers.
yeah.
Wait a cotton picking.
But
You also come from cum.
yeah, right. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Dude, it was your dad's jizz. That's you.
Yeah, well, my dad was here on like Friday and Saturday,
Yeah.
and we watched I guess we watched the Ranger game because it was on Apple TV Plus
nice.
for once.
Yeah.
And so on Friday night, and then it was, it was getting like 9:00, and I was like, oh, I'll find something to put on, and I just thought I'll put on Clarkson's Farm.
Oh yeah. I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks great. Yeah, I'm into it.
And of course, and I knew that my dad would be into it, pretty quick. But then we were watching it, and he starts telling me all these stories about his grandfather, Odie was his name, and because he was a farmer, and he would just say, "Oh yeah, whenever I was 5 years old, he'd go out on the tractor and blah 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 blah." And as we were watching all this stuff, or whatever, and I was just like, "That's right." Like, literally everybody I come from was farmers.
Yep.
Farming is in my blood.
Yeah.
Like in my soul, which is why I really liked watching Clarkson's Farm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, it seems like it would be miserable a lot of the time too. Like, especially all the such shit he has to deal with.
Yeah.
On that, but like, oh god, like helping cows birth calves. I mean, they show you everything.
Yeah.
Like he tries to do everything just for the show or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, just so all that is in my blood is the seasons and the growing, which is funny because I can't grow shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kept 3 plants alive pretty well, but they're really easy to keep alive. But anything else where I'm like, oh, I'm going to try and grow this type of flower or this type of whatever, it always dies. I don't know how they do it.
This is just you, Donnie.
Yeah.
The dark clouds following you around.
Yeah. It's like, things die in my presence.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
What are you guys doing this weekend? What's going on this weekend?
I don't have any, but now because I have basically a month between Hawaii and this East Coast baseball trip. I'm gonna make sure I have no plans.
Nice.
I'm just sitting and waiting, more or less.
All right. What about you, Josh? What's going on? Anything good?
No, nothing. We got teenagers coming over. Walter, my son, has a birthday party on Saturday, and then his daughter's having somebody over Sunday, but that's not anything I'm doing.
Nice. So Kristen is doing this fundraiser for the wrestling team. So I think I don't know, but I might have Saturday afternoon free because she's going to be busy doing that. So I don't know if there's any oh yeah, we should do this, that, or the other thing.
Yeah, maybe we should just I don't know.
I mean,
do something around here.
Far out.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm always down to have you guys over and swim or whatever. I'm also down to.
Well, I don't want you there. I want to go to the pool alone.
Sit by the pool by myself.
Man, most days. I ride my bike a bunch of days, and now my thing during the summer is I always ride my bike directly to the back fence. I peel my clothes off as I'm going through my
pee,
and I pee in the side yard.
Yeah,
and then I jump directly in the pool, and I don't even sit in there for any time. I just
get in and out
for 2 minutes. Yeah, it's just long enough to cool down for a minute and then get out, and it's so enjoyable just being in there by myself.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. But yeah, I don't know. I also I played with that band last weekend, the cover band.
Yeah.
And now one of the guitarists is kind of getting up my nuts to try to practice this weekend, and I'm like, I don't think we really need to do that. I don't think me and you and the bass player need to get together aside from the band and work it out because
work what out? Trying to write a song?
No. It's all cover songs. It's just, but with
that the freaking bridge of freaking Spin Doctors is really.
It's just it's he's really concerned about getting every part of the song just right.
Yeah.
And it's dude, this is a fucking cover band that we're playing in a dude's living room once a month or so.
Yeah,
it's for fun. If you make it shitty, then it's not fun anymore. Then don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing. If he was cool, I would be yeah, let's fucking hang out.
Yeah.
But he's not cool. He's a fucking kind of a fucking dipshit. He's a guy who's always
making music?
Up my dick about my gear. He did it again last Saturday. We were jamming with the thing, and I come over there and he's like, "Hey, did you bring your mic and your mic stand?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't have one because I'm not a vocalist. I've never claimed to be." He's like, "Dude, you gotta invest in gear." It's like I don't. Yeah, dude. I know that you have probably $15,000 worth of like custom shop guitars.
He's just one of those dude you got guys. I know a bunch of guys like that are always like, dude, you got. They want to motivate people. They think they're like a fucking Tony Robbins.
Motivate me to spend money on gear, like it's not like
something you don't use or need.
Yeah, it's not like
I don't need you to be my inspirational speaker, dude. You gotta. Yeah.
I just don't know. Like if I was in a band where we were like making money, I might be like, oh yeah, having like a really nice, whatever, a couple really nice guitars because this band makes money and it's cool to like have that shit.
Yeah.
But this is just like a hobby, a thing that we're fucking around with. Yeah. And we're fucking playing Gin Blossoms in a dude's living room in fucking Circle C. This isn't like...
Hey, Jealousy's not that complicated, dude. We don't have to figure out those... That's all it is. That's all that song is. Come on,
I don't want to wake up where you are.
All that song is. It's 3 chords.
Yeah.
And then it's another additional 2 chords in the chorus.
Yeah.
No, I mean, dude, this guy, we were playing the car song, Just What I Needed. And, I mean, he nails that solo perfectly. And he has all the pedals to, like, make it sound exactly the way the dude's guitar sounds.
Why? Why would you do a cover just so you can try and sound as close to the original? Like, that's what fucking Weezer does. That stupid, that stupid Africa cover they did.
Historically
they just try and make it sound exactly the same as the original recording, except with just him as the vocalist.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, wait, this is the song.
Yeah.
This is the recording of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You sound exactly like the song. I could just listen to the actual version of it,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool to figure out how to make the exact same sound as the thing, but like as a performance, I'd want to put my own twist on things,
I also just fundamentally going back to this thing. It's like when me and you jammed a few months ago, like it was fun because I enjoy hanging out with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy hanging out with this guy, so it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like maybe if we were like, oh, we're going to try to play, 1979 and make it sound exactly like if me and you or me and Josh were like, let's try to do a Smashing Pumpkins song and make it sound exactly like the recording, and we were fucking around and drinking beers and joking around, but that's not what it is with him. It's like it's not fun.
Yes, it's like it's work, and because sometimes you have to do work things with people that you don't like,
right?
Have fun hanging out with, but like not when it's not work. Not when it's a hobby or a thing you're doing for fun, right?
Dude.
No, they're trying to get us to do happy hours at work, and I'm like, we do that when you're waiting tables to complain about your tables.
Right.
I'm not going to go to happy hour with y'all and complain about y'all. Because the reason I had a shitty day is because of y'all. And now y'all want me to go drinking with y'all?
No.
Y'all suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a shitty day because of y'all today.
That's the beauty of the remote company is I'm never forced into any of that shit.
Yeah. Like, dude, they just I just got an email from my boss today saying, "Hey, heads up, guys, on October 1st, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are office days." And like we basically, and it sounds like it's going to be more enforced because
I want to see your beautiful faces.
At first, they told us we needed to. I mean, we were at a point where they said you need to come in 3 days a week, but then they backed off for our office and said, 2 days is fine. But we're kind of doing the thing where our boss is like, yeah, everybody's doing it. What you want, just take my word for it, But if he's telling us like, hey, the directive is coming down that like you have to be in the office Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If he's telling us that, then that means that like we've all got to do it. So. I already go into the office. Well, I'm supposed to be going in 2 days a week, but a lot of times I just go in on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not going to have as much fun remote as I should. But you guys are complete remote.
Yeah, and Is
there nobody here in Austin with you? Wow.
There's nobody in Austin.
So whenever you have to fly to Boston or whatever, everybody just flies into Boston,
Yeah.
and that's when you see everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, so, and even that's just the management team, and almost everybody from the executive management team lives in Boston.
Oh, okay.
So, like, there's no office there, but we have like a workspace.
Yeah, like a
co-working
WeWork or
space.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we go meet up there, and then twice a year the whole company gets together. So that's what Portland was.
Yeah, and that's when you tell people that you don't believe bisexuals are real.
That's
right.
That's when I get drunk and tell
Yeah.
people about what I really think
Yeah.
about faggots and retards and other faggots and other retards. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's good. I don't know, man. You know, it's funny. Like, as I'm talking about it, I'm like, okay, you know what? Even if it doesn't work out, even if you run this thing into the ground, there's $0 on the other end of it. There's still like a lot of autonomy, a lot of like freedom to, like, you know,
Quality of life. You have years of quality of life.
yeah. I just get in this thing where I'm like, this is the internet all over again with the AI thing, and I actually know how to do the AI thing, and I actually think, and maybe I'm wrong about this, that I'm like very well positioned to like start something where I wasn't back then. Back then I was a little bit too young. Like I was getting into the whole .com thing like as I was like 18, and it was kind of blowing up. It was like already kind of imploding a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like the timing wasn't right then. The timing's right now. Like I could, again, in my head, I have good ideas and I know how to like operate the thing. I'm pretty sure that I could like make something happen. And so to a certain extent, I'm like,
Yeah. What's the next thing you're thinking about?
if this isn't happen,
Is it a secret?
no, I have a couple ideas I'll tell you about. Yeah.
I will tell you one thing though, is that the stupid tech C levels are worse than teenage girls when it comes to blindly following trends. I mean, like my company, they're like AI. Like they will not, like there's all like way too into it. And every tech company is like, we need to use AI to structuralize and blah, 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 and optimize our blah, blah, AI. And I mean, there's been some articles are starting to kind of come out that it sounds like there might be a little bit of a bubble burst about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
With some of it, you know.
Yeah. I think so too. But
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. That's the difference between the grifters and the people who really know how to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like a guy who's like, we should use AI, and I have no idea about that.
Yeah.
We've been building proper AI without any of the open AI
Yeah.
and without Anthropic and without Gemini.
Yeah. And for a specific, very specific purpose.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like not AGI, like AI to solve a very narrow
Yeah.
problem. Like I am deeply like involved in the research and the actual like execution of the thing. This isn't like a hand wavy
This
thing.
is like, oh, everybody's doing AI. We need to do AI too.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to start doing AI.
Right.
We need to incorporate AI into
Right.
everything because everything I read and hear is AI.
It's like what they said about
Right.
synergy 10 years ago. We
Yeah,
need more
like,
synergy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need more verticalization.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
bullshit
Yeah.
terms or whatever. It's really bad right now.
No,
with the
I,
AI stuff. Like,
I'm watching it. There was
Yeah.
an Instagram video by one of the like principals at Y Combinator, and
Yeah.
and I don't know if you saw this, but he's like building a company with only AI, and they're talking about like building companies where there's no employees, there's just AI.
that sounds like something off Silicon Valley. That sounds like something that what's his name? Gavin Belson would do.
yeah.
Making the world a better place with only AI. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Synergistic solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, man, this is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have like a bunch of weird ideas about like legal. Like I think that it would be fun to like basically like train models to like do specific legal things, like even like contract writing or even like even being like parallel juries where like maybe you have like the jury make the decision and the AI make the decision.
Yeah.
But you would like compare
Like
them.
model jury.
Yeah, like basically like a model jury where like
Yeah.
you would have that for like some amount of time, and maybe it would get to the point where you would be like, actually, people are fucking stupid.
I don't know. I mean, you don't need an AI to tell you that. You don't need.
No, you don't need an AI to tell you
Yeah.
that. But what if, like, I don't know. I just think about
It's like,
like,
well, what if AI sentence people to death? find you guilty.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is that there's just like human judgment things
yeah,
that
yeah.
are like that like have real consequences for people.
I don't like the way that guy talked. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that that's not true. you know, that kind
Right,
of thing.
right, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, the
I mean, I was on a jury. I was like, if I was on a jury and like the witness said we were pregnant, I'd be like,
okay,
Fuck him, go to jail.
Yeah.
death penalty. Yeah,
yeah, guilty. Well,
yeah,
yeah, whatever that person is in the opposite.
whatever they want.
So if they're a witness for the defense, then the
Right.
guy's guilty.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the witness said we got
We
pregnant.
got pregnant. Yeah, done.
yeah.
Yeah. The thing that's like more likely, and I think Donnie may have talked to you about this a little bit, but we built this prototype inside the company where like we basically can like deploy any software using an agent, and so the agent will like examine the code of the software
Mm-hmm.
and be like, oh, like the best thing to do is deploy this on Kubernetes or deploy
Yeah.
this on ECS or deploy, and then it will just handle like the whole deployment. But then it'll have like agents that'll actually like watch the deployment, and if there's like issues, it'll
Yeah.
fix the issues. And
It's basically the step back, like one step back from what the deployment. It's the managing of the deployment. So like if I'm the guy who is in the AWS environment, and I'm like, oh, okay, I think that this would be best to deploy in this specific container
yeah,
with this specific in this specific type of EC2 instance, whatever. But then it's just one like. But then it's like, okay, the AI does all that stuff, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
there would be just people who like write code, and maybe it's just AI that writes code. But that aside, like there's just people who write code, and then the AIs decide like, okay,
How to deploy it?
how to
with
deploy it.
basically taking that extra little human element of more or less just busy work, right,
it is
out
kind
of
of
the
busy work,
out of
yeah.
the equation. or
Well, and,
whatever.
and it could even ask you like, hey, do you want this to be deployed globally? Like,
Yeah.
do you want this to? Is it important for it to be on AWS or Azure, or
Yeah.
does it have to be on Google Cloud Platform? Does it have to be on-prem, and then it could
Mm-hmm.
deal with on-prem deployments? Like, the whole idea would be that like, it's basically like a site reliability engineer agent that that deploys and keeps applications
Right,
up. So
right.
that's something that I know like a fuck ton about, just because that's what I did my whole career
Mm-hmm.
prior to like doing what I'm doing now. And so that's probably the most likely thing. But the big swing would be like, well, how do you bring like more fairness to like the legal system? And there's something that's like really interesting about that to me
But
because
it's like every black person's guilty.
yeah.
No,
Well,
I've heard that before, that they could have an AI lawyer because all you have to do is memorize all those books, the bar exam.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how
And it's a computer.
how
Computer
much
memorizes
how
everything.
should how I mean AI should be helping lawyers, right? You know, with like,
Dude, my brother-in-law is a lawyer, and he is like he's a very like
Oh, that's why.
yeah, he
you're
won't
still
pay for
married.
anything.
yeah, fucking Jew too.
That's why you're
But
still.
yeah.
Is
married.
AI telling him how to ignore you and saying, "Hey, by the way, $500 is how
It's
much
just
something."
it's just incredible that this guy who went to fucking Brown and Georgetown for law school and has
Yeah.
a fancy lawyer job, who's a partner at his law firm, can't split the pizza. It's a $70
Yeah.
pizza, Michael. Can you not split the pizza? So yeah, anyway, I was talking to him about it, and he's like, there's no way, sailor. This AI isn't taking my job. And I'm like, dude, you're dead fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be next week. It might not be next year. It might not even be in 5 years.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't think that at some point in time this shit's happening to your job
Oh,
too,
yeah.
like, you're fucking crazy.
I mean, I'm actually kind of afraid that because not that it will take my job and be good at it, but that people levels above me will think
Yeah.
that, you know, like I'm kind of like, I
Yeah,
mean,
there's a lot of synergy there.
and also just because of like, I mean, Cisco just announced like a great, you know, like a 8-point-something% revenue growth or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just laid off 500 people from like this, from like a couple different campuses or whatever. It's like they are. I mean, before COVID, things were crazy in the other direction, where money was just flying everywhere. Like I've told you before that
Yeah.
that like they would order food for us
Yeah.
every day. There would be food on every floor. You know, multiple like meetings would have just giant spreads of food ordered for them and all that, and there was no limit on how much they were willing to let us have in like expense things or whatever. And then starting in about 22, all of a sudden it went completely the other way, and now like they're like they only let our lady who runs our building order food once a week and all kinds of different things, and then they're anytime. Like my boss says that every month he gets the HR people contact. Hey, is there anybody on your team that's having some issues?
Issues.
Any performance issues or anything? And he always says
The
nope.
opposite of a headhunter.
If
An ass hunter.
if there's anything I
An
need,
ass.
if there's any issues, I'll let you know. And of course he never does or whatever. But I'm like, I'm starting to think like, well, what if we all just got laid off? Like, what are we gonna do? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like how long could I go off whatever I get?
Is there any wiggle room? And by wiggle room, I mean fire someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the future of work is like up in the air for sure. But I also think what's going to happen is that they're going to lay people off.
It's not going to be a utopia where you don't have to work.
Yeah.
Not going to be that.
I mean, the government's so inept at doing anything. Like, you think they're going to figure this out? Like, they're still fighting over whether or not coal-fired power plants are like the right approach. Like, but yeah, I mean, I think that what's going to happen is that there's going to be like this first wave where like a bunch of people get laid off, and it's not going to perform as well as they think, and they're going to be like, oh fuck, we need to hire all those people back.
Bring it all back.
Yeah, but I do think that in like the next 5 years or so that there's going to be a dramatic reduction in the amount of people that are required to do just about
and there are a
everything.
lot of people who suck and people who have bullshit jobs, and they've gotten rid of a lot of those bullshit what you call email jobs.
A lot of kiss of deaths.
But a lot of ways for useless women to just sit in meetings all day and post on Instagram like a day in the life working at Google. I was tired. I woke up and decided to do yoga, and then I pulled into and here's my breakfast. And you've seen those videos, right? Those are so stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that they're getting laid off.
Yeah.
Dude, women on their periods just turned into Jews immediately. I think Hitler wrote Mein Kampf just as like a rap battle with Jews, because all they do is talk about their suffering. And after hearing about it for ages in Germany, he was like, you know what? Here's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about my suffering.
My struggle. Yeah.
We've heard about y'all's.
Yeah.
Let's have a different perspective.
Right.
Yeah, which will be the name of my autobiography, by the way. My struggle.
My struggle.
Yeah. Just see who catches it.
Did you see? Did you guys watch Party Down?
Yeah.
Do you remember that last? God, it might have been the last episode with the guy with the blonde hair. He was in he was in Veronica Mars too. His name was Dick Casablancas in Veronica Mars.
The guy who's the guy who's Steve Gutenberg steals his girlfriend.
Yes, exactly.
I can't remember what his name is in
Party Down.
Party Down. Yeah.
His band plays at like.
It's just like the recent season.
It's the more recent season.
I watched most of the most recent season, but I don't remember it because I watched those first two seasons over and over and over.
Oh, dude, they're so
Yeah,
good.
the one putting them on play.
But I know the one where he gets canceled because of some like alt-right stuff or whatever.
Yeah, yes, that. But then there was like a thing where his band was going to play, and he gets up and he's like, the name of the song is My Struggle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Because he's so dumb he didn't know.
He's so dumb that he didn't know, yeah.
Yeah. The best one is whenever, what's his name?
J.K. Simmons?
No, it was in like one of the first two seasons where it's like they're catering the backstage show for the Marilyn Manson type guy.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Jimmy Simpson, the guy
Yeah.
from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and
Yeah.
Westworld and all that stuff. And he's like, I'm so sick of this bullshit. I just want to be a normal guy. And so he trades places with Martin Starr.
Yeah.
But Martin Starr he's such a like an incel losery like nerd guy that even as like with him thinking he's the Marilyn Manson guy, he like
still
turns off
can't-
all the can't get any chicks to like
Yeah.
interested in him or
Yeah.
whatever because his vibe is just so wrong.
Yeah, dude, that was classic.
Yeah, I mean, I need to finish or go back and rewatch season 3, but
Dude.
watch all those again.
Donnie, your thing about girls' tattoos is my same thing about girls' periods. Talking about their periods. I want to go back to the old ways of where they were ashamed and didn't talk about it.
I've always been that way too.
I'm not into this, and it's probably because your mom never talked about it. We were all raised by women that didn't mention it at all. But now my wife and every contemporary woman I know is like, oh, I got to put a cork in. I'm bleed. It's the time, and they're very proud about their moon culture thing that's happening, and like, you have to celebrate the fact that they're irrational for a week out of every month. It's part of like honoring their fucking moon shit or whatever.
You guys don't have too much longer of that going on.
I've dodged I've dodged that bullet. Kristen's not proud of it. Doesn't
she's
talk
got a healthy
about
amount
it.
of blood shame. That's good.
She does not. Yeah, well, she also like ever since she was a kid. She not like a kid, but ever since she started her
Chunks
period,
of my body are falling out. It's what it would have been your baby.
she's had it rough with her period, so it's not like a thing we talk about. It's not like she's not like, oh, it's that time of the month. It's like the only time we talk about it is when I'm like, hey, I'll be home in 10 minutes, and she's like, no, you know, and I'm like, okay, say no more. We're good.
Yeah. I mean, I can completely accept that it exists and it happens, and I'm totally fine with any accommodations that need to be made. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to stick my dick in it. I don't want to do any of that kind of stuff. And God, the lowest chick that I was banging, she told me it was over, and she lied. And I got so fucking mad. I got so mad.
Your face was red.
No, it wasn't. Well, yeah. It was.
I was so mad. My face was all red.
Ugh.
You earned your red wings that day,
stupid
boy.
You lawyer.
Yeah. You know, I honestly, it never, this is a way that me and you were opposite. It never bothered me one bit. I'd fuck around with it. I'd like throw my fingers down there.
Really?
Like, oh yeah.
Weeble wobbles.
I didn't give a shit, man. Like I was okay with
The
it.
blood is the life.
But I also
I just don't want it to be another reason to be performatively victimized by everything.
oh yeah.
Life. There's other stuff.
I didn't have a problem with it as long as there was a tampon in,
Yeah.
like with any other.
Oh, like giving the
yeah. That's always like you know.
You could give the old the old top part
I mean that's
a run.
The
Yeah.
man
that's
in
the
bone
main
ain't
part
bleeding.
for them, for their experience, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I get that.
and you know, their mouth's not on their period.
That's what I said. Your butt's not in its period.
Yeah, right.
You remember that girl
Clean that shit up.
that I told
I'll
you
be
about
there in
that
5 minutes.
kicked her husband out, Donnie, that left?
Uh-huh.
When we were over there one time, she tried to kind of get Chris, my wife, and I involved in like a swinger situation.
Mm-hmm.
She invited us over for a party, and it turned out it was
Oh yeah, wasn't there some weird dude there that was
Yeah.
all kind of frilly or
and
something?
she was like, I'm going
Oh,
through a
boy.
sexual
Yeah.
renaissance right now.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That
we're not.
sounds- That sounds gross.
We're still in a sexual bronze age. We're figuring out crude tools. What is a sexual renaissance? You walk up to each other in the bedroom and go, hello.
Yeah.
I'd rather go back to the sexual Paleolithic where I just hit her over the
Right.
head.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather go to any period in the sexual time than your sexual renaissance.
What's are you a history buff at all? Do you have a favorite historical period? Speaking of periods.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Industrial Revolution. I think we're still in that. I don't know what.
Tech revolution.
No, definitely not that. That's
I've
fucking
never
dumb.
been. I've never been really
a
huge into
guy.
history. I mean, just dinosaurs. I think are cool.
Yeah, dinosaurs are pretty sweet.
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Is that history buff?
Yeah.
Is that like cool lizard monsters?
I don't know. I guess it was pretty cool when like we stopped being like agrarian, like living on the, like the majority of people like 300 years ago like lived on the Lord's land.
Yeah.
Right. Like people didn't own property. Like
You had to worry about evil spirits.
yeah, like it was just people didn't own property. They didn't own anything. They lived on the Lord's land. There was very few landowners. So I don't know. I mean, I guess like
Landed, and if you had land, you were like royalty. You were
Yeah.
landed gentry.
right. No, I guess the Enlightenment. I think the Enlightenment's cool.
What's that?
The Enlightenment,
Yeah.
like when we started to like think about the way that like life should be.
Oh, is that when abstract art happened?
No, like the Enlightenment's like like Newton figuring out like physics and Smith figuring out capitalism and people thinking about like human rights and the rights of man and about like
A more rational
a more rational age instead of like, oh, you know, only like certain people should own land. It's like, well, maybe like life, liberty, and property are the kind of like cornerstones of like human existence and what we should like optimize for everybody, sort of thing. So yeah, maybe the Enlightenment. I don't know.
Donnie, do you have a favorite period?
like just a historical period.
Yeah. If you were a history buff, you're going to write a book.
Well, I really like westward expansion, the Old West.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like I'm
Manifest
reading
Destiny.
I'm reading the fucking like everything from like Lewis and Clark all the way up to. I mean, even like the French and Indian War is an interesting time.
Yeah.
But all the way up until like I'm reading that Empire of the Summer Moon.
It's a
I
great
love
book.
that time.
Yeah.
You know.
Where are you in that?
Oh, it finally has started talking about Quanah Parker.
You're into like the rapiest periods of history.
Yeah.
Donnie.
well,
Yeah.
also the pirate times.
Yeah. Oh, again. Once again.
I'm into
Still.
Yeah, Donnie
anytime-
likes any rape.
Anytime there's good
kind
rape.
anytime there's a good rape.
Yeah, and then, but
Make
then
America great again.
But then at the same time, yeah, definitely steampunk times, like the 1800s to the 1900s, I think is probably some of my favorite era. I would say.
Yeah.
But you were saying the Renaissance time?
Yeah, I was saying like
1600s, 1700s.
yeah, like Enlightenment, like when I mean I think that like you know what's Smith? What's the capitalist guy? Why am I Adam Smith? I think like,
Adam Smith, yeah.
Adam Smith like basically saying like, you know, hey, property rights are important. Like supply and demand is like the way that like we should, you know, base our economy, and it shouldn't be centralized and kind of like controlled in this heavy-handed way by a monarch. That there's like, I mean, I think that capitalism is like, it's just such like a revolutionary idea that like changed life for like everybody at the time who basically got to participate in it, and the way that it's expanded, like it's just freed, and it's had its victims too, but like it just freed so many people, kind of like
lifted people out of poverty.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, my issue with it is it's also probably going to be responsible for our collapse because of environment, because of climate. I mean, everybody. I mean, even when I was in college, because you know that was kind of my like I don't know, Texas State or Southwest Texas at the time, and it still has a really big geography department, and geography is kind of like the meeting part of a bunch of different earth sciences, right? And I took an environmental geography class and all that, and all the professors and stuff. They were like, everybody I know, and this is like 2002, 2003. Like she's like, they're like, every single person who studies this stuff I know is like, we all should be stockpiling food and like preparing for nothing. You know, and,
Patriot generators.
Yeah. And of course, now I can say, well, that was 22 years ago, and everything's still fine now. But God, food has gotten expensive, and that's a big part of it. Like, have you noticed how expensive coffee has gotten?
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, even the coffee I get, and I try and get pretty good coffee. Like, I like the Cuvée coffee or the Farah coffee, and then these are more local coffee roasters at least. Yeah. But before, again, COVID, I think a bag of my Farah coffee was something like $6.98 or something, and now it's $9.42. You know, stuff like that has started to get expensive.
50% more. Yeah.
So I'm just starting to I'm starting to see it, and you know, a lot of it is like other issues, but a lot of it I'm like, things are just getting harder to source, you know, and stuff like that. But not to shit on the point of like how revolutionary of a system it was, because obviously it built the entire modern world. And the reason that we have it so comfortable now is that, right, along with scientific, rational thinking and the method and all that kind of stuff. That's why we have everything we have.
Oh yeah, I mean, man, it's like if you just think about everything that came from like what if like the Newton stuff, all the things that he discovered in terms of like classical mechanics, didn't get discovered until like Einstein.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of very important people in between. There's Kepler, and there's Maxwell and Gauss, and there's a lot of like really important people who did stuff in physics. But even if you would have delayed,
a lot of important people that did stuff.
If you delayed the kind of revolution of like calculus and the way that like planetary bodies move, which essentially is what, I mean, Newton essentially discovered calculus at the same time Leibniz did. Like, even if you delayed that by 50 years, like, that's pretty fucking consequential for, like, how we would be living today. So, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm fascinated by that time. I'm fascinated by guys like Einstein and Newton because the thinking it's just so revolutionary.
Yeah, they had so much time to think about stuff and come up with cool stuff.
How many of those dudes are probably like autistic? Wasn't Newton a virgin? Died a virgin? Like there was some. There's like lots of stories about those guys where if you apply like what we know modern today, like he had something going on or whatever.
You know, Newton was way more interested in alchemy than he was in physics.
Yeah, I knew that. And he was all about trying to find a way to turn things into gold and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So his like that was like his passion.
Yeah.
And he wrote more about like alchemy than he did about physics by like tenfold or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like obviously he was a fucking total nut job, right?
yeah. And then
he was a witch. Burn him.
I mean, he was a weirdo.
Yeah, I guess I would say like over the course of my life, I've been more into like ancient Greece or Greek times than I was into Roman times, and I've always wanted to go in and really dive in on like the Roman Empire and Caesar and all that.
Yeah.
I know some of the basic stuff, but like, I mean, I know people who I have a friend who's probably read 50 books about Caesar and Rome because like that's a really interesting time period, but it's also some of the personalities and the stories of people like they're really interesting too. But yeah, like I would say, I mean, I really anything up through. I'm more interested in America.
Yeah,
God damn it.
As far as I'm concerned, history began whenever Benjamin Franklin flew that kite. Like all the way up till now.
Dude.
But yeah, I'm pretty. As far as my interests go, I guess I'm pretty Americentric and Eurocentric. Like, I mean, some of like. I don't know, like some Asian history and stuff. I've never gotten into like China or any of that kind of stuff. If anything, I'd be more into like Japan, like a total weeb nerd.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I never got into like ancient Egypt. I know a lot of people got really into even I don't know, like the Roman Empire. I think I would be more interested in it now, just kind of like understanding how with the understanding of how sprawling.
Well, and it is cool and really interesting to learn and think about how like there was the Roman Empire, and it seemed like we were on track for something, and then there was the collapse of all that, and then they call the Dark Ages and stuff, and we really did kind of stagnate, like as a civilization. Quite a bit. And I know during this time China was doing all these things and there were all these other things going on or whatever that you don't ever think about because of our Eurocentrism because we're white guys or whatever and America. But there was really like it almost seems like what if certain things had happened. Like it almost feels like we lost about 1,000 years there. Yeah. Between Rome and the Enlightenment.
What if you went to an African diamond mine warlord and told him that he was Afrocentric and he's entitled and he had to stop being so entitled? You were given all this and you're not even aware of it.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's also, of course, there's like the trolley racist type questions where they're like, nobody in Africa ever invented the wheel, or especially like the Aboriginals in Australia, they were still like banging rocks together whenever people found them. Like, well, why? That's a really interesting question, is to like kind of like go into those kind of things.
Because people of color are stupider.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, there's a thing called race science. Yeah.
I like how the value they put on Native Americans as a culture was that they were just like so zen.
They were not Zen.
No.
Read
That's
this.
how they try to portray it.
Read
and
this
stuff.
Empire of the Summer Moon book,
Yeah.
man. These people were not Zen. Like,
No, just like the media, they're like they have the peaceful Indian that doesn't want you to live
Yeah.
there, and
dude.
you know,
That's,
they're spiritual or
that's
whatever.
very much a trope. That's almost as that's almost as bad as the the buck tooth with the hat of Asian.
Oh!
Like what's his name in Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Oh, yeah,
Mickey
yeah,
Rooney
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
being the Japanese guy who's
Yeah.
even at the time, people have been like, "Whoa!" Must have been like, "Whoa, that's
That's a little much.
yeah, wow,
Yeah.
yeah."
No, that book is great. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, I got like I said, I got all the way through Cynthia Parker's part of the story,
Parker,
and now
yeah.
it's going into Quanah Parker from the time of when that attack happened, and him and his brother were like, they got away, and that's when they got Cynthia Parker back, but him and his brother got away, and then his rise in the
Yes.
tribes
Yes.
and all that kind
Right,
of stuff,
right,
to
right.
basically become
Right.
the new chief. Who
What was the chief's name again? What did they call him?
Which
his
one?
Name? No, there.
The one before, well, there was Buffalo Hump was a funny one, and then there was I can't remember who the one.
There's like a
before him.
position though, like a position within the tribe, right? Didn't he rise to be like that position?
I can't remember.
Not
what
like
they
the
said
chief,
they called
but
it.
they called it
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah, God, what was it? It was the Comanche chief name.
Yeah, the Comanche chief.
Do you guys feel like you've been given anything due to privilege?
I mean, like yes, everything,
But,
but
you've also
not
worked
in the-
hard for everything you've gotten, right?
but not in the way that people want to make it seem. Like,
It's more like it's kind of like.
I
mean,
feel
it's
like saying it was privilege is
yeah.
discounting the work that I've done.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a fish and the water around you takes a different thing, like okay, it's going to affect the fish differently. It's almost like that, right? It's
Yeah.
like the substrate or whatever of
Right.
of society and of everything. Yeah, sure, there's some stuff in there, but like I've said, I've also never really felt the privilege of having two arms versus having not have like. What about two arm privilege? Because there's a lot of people out there who only have one arm. Things are way harder for them. Why are we never talking about the privilege of having two arms?
I mean, let's be even more. Let's talk about something that's even more. What is it?
Parivo?
No, that wasn't the term I was thinking of. I feel like it's like right on the tip of my tongue. What about? I'm sure, Donnie, you've heard this because I think we listen in similar circles. But what about fucking two-parent privilege?
That's that's
Right.
white privilege, right?
Yeah,
That's how you make a baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm
That's
just
biology.
saying. I'm just saying two parents being around through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What about parents who love you privilege? I
Yeah.
mean, like, dude, Condoleezza Rice was born in Georgia.
I didn't go get that. I didn't go take that from anybody.
Yeah, I just think that there's plenty of black folks
Yeah.
who have been plenty successful, and when you look at the recipe for their success, it's very similar to the recipe for success of other people, like of other races. Like, I think it has very little to do with race and very much everything to do with like
Yeah.
someone actually giving a shit enough about you to say you have to go to school on the third day of school.
Yeah. And but then there are
That was supposed to be funny.
On the third day.
Fucking work at all.
Sorry, I missed it. I was trying to connect what you were saying to.
That's my
Yeah,
son that
sorry.
has white entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, one of us definitely doesn't have to complain about this, but like even you and I, tall privilege is a big thing too, especially for men.
Oh yeah.
A tall guy gets a lot more attention and a lot more like, you know, I mean, Josh, you're 6'4", so
Yeah.
you know if you tower over everyone, that gives people a different, you know.
Cool. Where's all
Yeah.
my free
thing of-
stuff?
Yeah. Where's all your free stuff? I want you to get free stuff so I can enjoy some
All I
of that
get
free
is served
stuff.
at the bar. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get seen.
Yeah.
I feel seen
Yeah.
on my journey
Yeah.
at the bar. But I am usually ordering around for everyone that I'm with.
Yeah.
So everyone gets
No, you're not. Your
served.
wife is. What?
Yeah, I'm not seeing what their name of chief was other than chief.
I mean, all the horrible things from history that they say that white men did, like the Blitzkrieg and the Crystal Knot. It's kind of the opposite of victim blaming. Like they didn't think of it first.
Yeah.
So the Nazis came and had crazy ideas
Right.
and fucked everybody up. So then it looks horrible because the people who didn't expect it were like, they just came out of nowhere and fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
But you didn't do it first.
Right.
They came first and thought of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So from a third person, from an alien perspective, looking at Earth from the outside, going, those were the smart people.
Yeah.
They went and took that shit from them because they weren't looking.
Right.
If you're not in any of the cultures and you don't live here and you don't care,
Right.
it looks like somebody won because they were faster.
Well, I'll tell you what. In reading this book, it's been a while. I think I read it like 4 or 5 years ago. But in reading this book, it made me realize that there were folks who were raping and pillaging like a shitload prior to us raping and pillaging. And by the way, it's not to excuse some of the shit that happens in this book that the white folks do is like absolutely terrible and egregious and fucked up. But like, they were doing that to each other first. Like, what was happening between the Apache?
No, rape culture was just called culture for thousands of years.
I don't even know if they had a word for it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're doing culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The history thing I was telling you guys, the podcast is called Finn versus History. I think you guys would like it. It's pretty smart stuff.
I'm gonna add it.
I mean, it's very intelligent sounding British guys, but it's a lot of dick and gay jokes in with everything. And the last couple episodes recently were about the Viking times. And they were talking about, because they're European, they're from London, and they know people from that area. And they were like, we know some Danish guys, and they sound so happy. You know, when you meet them, they're like, hum-de-dirty, hick-de-golden-ding-dong. Can you imagine those people coming to your shores and destroying your entire village, coming and landing and going, here we come, de raping, typing, taking stuff.
Bork.
Well, they sounded so nice.
Yeah.
And then they just started a raping. Couldn't believe it.
Oh,
that was
man.
their disguise. They were like, let's sound nice.
But I got to tell you though that the more I guess one of the more recent hardcore histories, the Dan Carlin one about Japan.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh my god! Like Japan, they were crazy in the coming up to World War II. You know,
dude, fucking Countdown to Armageddon was one of my favorite. I mean, that fucking thing was 16 hours long,
and I listened to every.
I was
bit
riveted.
Of it. Yeah.
I was riveted every minute. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? Like, he's such a great storyteller.
Again and again.
Yeah. Did you listen to the one about the Anabaptists and the Baptists in Germany? What was it called? It had a great name. Just type in Dan Carlin Baptist. It had a really great name.
I heard the Vietnam one was really good.
Oh, you're thinking of
Hardcore history?
No, you're thinking of what's his name?
Did he do one on Vietnam?
No. Josh is thinking of what's the documentarian? The guy who did baseball.
Ken Burns?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the Vietnam Ken Burns was really good. And I was looking up all the Ken Burns. There's like 15 Ken Burns documentaries that I didn't even know about.
Oh, yeah.
And I should watch, yeah.
I think it's called Prophets of Doom.
Okay.
Type that in and see if that comes up.
Prophets. Why am I not using the keyboard?
I think it's Prophets of Doom. I think I...
The same thing with how they're trying to tell, the other thought guy. What's the guy Shapiro and it's complicated.
Jordan Peterson.
He's not going to solve it overnight.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch my penis. Those guys are the ones saying they're telling you that you have to say trans is good.
Yeah.
And they're telling you that you have to feel bad for being historically not disenfranchised or whatever. What were we saying about Marin last week? Vulnerable people.
Marginalized.
More vulnerable than other people, and you're supposed to feel bad because you weren't more vulnerable. I don't feel like I'm being forced by anybody to say that anything is good, that I don't want to say it. I'm not mad about that at all, really. I mean, I'm not going to do the dad talk about they're making us say it's good or whatever.
All right.
But... And there was some BLM stuff saying that we're supposed to feel bad for having been privileged or been given stuff, and we're not, and that we're ignorant of it and we're not aware of it. and that's part of the privilege. Is
Yeah.
that you don't even know. That
You don't even know what. Yeah, that
it must
you have
be nice
the privilege.
to not even
Yeah.
know that you got the shit.
Right.
So how am I supposed to fucking feel bad about it then if I didn't participate, I didn't do Blitzkrieg, I didn't do Crystal Knocked.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't do any
it's
of
one it's one of those things where like you take that into your appreciation of things, but like you can, again, like J.K. Rowling with the trans stuff, you can really lose yourself in that kind of stuff. And I think that's what a lot of people did, and that's where a lot of like the kind of the woke stuff comes from, is that, I mean, you can basically turn into, you know, the meme of Charlie with the you know, the bulletin board with a lot of that kind of stuff.
Well,
I
and
think
the
that's what a lot
reason
of
that I
people
don't
did.
want to feel bad is because I was raised around Jewish women on their period. Yeah. I'm done with guilt. I'm not doing this anymore.
Here, Donnie, I just sent it to our text thing.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not coming up here.
Yeah, it should be. This is
Oh,
everything,
This
right?
is everything, yeah. Guys, I'm going to go home and go to bed.
Yeah.
I love you and respect
Let's hang out
you.
on Saturday.
Yeah, I will.
I'll be around. I'll probably go down to the lake and walk Saturday morning,
yeah,
and
I could do that
and
too.
then you know, I'll be around all day.
I'll be around
so-
driving children around. Once I drop them off, I can come wherever.
Oh,
you
there it
want.
is. You just passed it. Go down right there. Prophets of Doom. Yes. Oh man, this is a crazy one. I listened to this actually when driving to Texas one time, and it just kept me riveted for.
German city of Munster after Martin Luther unleashes. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Minster.
dude, it was.
I want all of them, but I never want to pay. I mean, I could find them and download them somewhere.
I've
you
just
know?
got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm down to pay for
Yeah.
like for little things that I'm gonna use a lot, like the fucking Sam Harris thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's $100 a year, whatever it is. I spend so much more than $100 on so much more dumb shit
stuff
than
yeah.
that. So
Yeah, well, and a lot of the hardcore histories he puts out, and you can listen to them when he first does
Exactly.
them, and then they go to
then they
pay it
go-
or whatever.
yeah.
Because I've listened to like most of them of these, like
When
Blueprint
they
for
came
Armageddon
out,
was
yeah.
free for a long time.
yeah,
The Japan one was around.
I'm gonna have to listen to that Japan one. I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
I mean it's Supernova in the East. I mean that one is again 4 hours.
Oh my
4
God,
hours,
there's
4 hours,
fucking
5
6 of
hours.
them.
Yeah, and he starts in like he starts in like, well, he starts with like some prehistory stuff, and then he starts at 1937, I guess. But no, he talks about like the 20s and the 10s and stuff.
Dude, have you been to the World War II Japanese theater or Pacific Theater Museum out in Fredericksburg?
No, but I keep hearing
You
about.
should go.
Yeah.
If you like this, because I
Yeah.
mean, it's dude. You could easily spend 5 hours in
Oh
there.
yeah.
It's fucking huge
Yeah.
and it's very, very extensive.
Well, like I said, we took a nap instead of going to the USS Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
But that would have been a cool one to go through and check all that stuff out. Maybe next time. But
All right, I'm gonna go to bed. I have to. Tomorrow, I'm riding my bike at 6:40. Then I have a meeting at 8, and then I'm going to shoot clays after
yeah,
that.
you talked about that last time.
Because next week is opening day for doves.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you, I got a dove lease.
Yeah, you said you got
Yeah.
and that's why you were shooting clay
Yeah,
pigeons.
yeah. So I'm
to
gonna-
get practice.
I'm gonna go shoot tomorrow. So
My
that
brother-in-law wants to get in on that with you.
really,
You guys would love each other.
if he wants, I mean, he
Very
can.
similar.
I have a guest pass on the thing, so he could come with me.
He's
anytime
got
he
a
wants.
ranch too that he takes people out to when rides Polaris around and get fucked up.
Yeah,
and
he
shoot
almost got
hogs.
him and Post Malone were talking about
I
hanging
heard about
out. Yeah.
that. Yeah. Hey, did it say up there everything for $99?
That's what I think. I think it's like all of hardcore
Bro.
history.
All of it for $99.
Like in perpetuity or just what is?
No, it's got to be in perpetuity, right? Want it all?
Well,
I think it's just everything
Until it
everything
gets
so
removed.
far. Yeah.
Okay, but
can you
still,
download it and have the MP4?
Yeah,
through or
yeah, you
whatever?
can
I'm-
download
I'm
it.
sure.
All. Yeah.
Well, then that's in perpetuity for you.
well,
have a thumb
I think
drive.
what Donnie might mean is like, what about new stuff that comes out? Do you get that too?
Yeah, I don't think you get the new stuff.
That's another thing that I don't know if it even works anymore. Can you download things and have them anymore even?
Yeah, you can. It just depends. Like Louis, dude, with Louis' thing,
Yeah.
like all of Louis' stuff, you can download the MP4s.
You
Yeah.
have them?
I have all of
You
them.
got them?
I have all of them.
That's good. Preserve it.
Yeah.
for history.
Yeah.
For when the pendulum swings back after Trump and it's illegal to.
That's
This is gonna be contraband
Yeah.
next to your little Nazi thing. I
Yeah,
gave you.
yeah.
By
Put
the way, I still haven't figured out how to talk to Kristen about me and Jacob going to Louis in a couple of weeks. It's happening. We're going no matter what. I'm either
Yeah.
lying
Nice.
or I'm telling her and pissing her off. But
Awesome.
yeah. All right, bros.
All right.
Well, if she says Jacob can't go, I call dibsies.
Yeah.
dude, she doesn't want me to go as much as she
Yeah.
doesn't want Jacob to go.
She's still mad about him, huh?
She wants both of our souls to be saved. But when we
How dare you sin?
we were in a hotel room in Tucson a few weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, me and Jacob want to watch the Bang Bang episode." She's like, "I don't give a shit. Go ahead." And so we ended up watching like a ton of it that night.
Oh,
So
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
she's now like turning the corner.
I need to finish. I think I
Behaving in a
was-
reasonable manner. Take a video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stopped my rewatch of that. I think about the time that he started dating the Ukrainian chick or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I need to rewatch the rest. 'Cause I didn't get up to the Jeremy Renner drug dealer episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're missing out. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll just text you later in the week, see what's going. Oh, I mean tomorrow's later in the week. I'll text you tomorrow, see what's going on.
All right, sounds good.
All right, later.
A few more bites of.
Pikachu deal.